Yo, they got the tail of the tape? Look at this.
You know, if the play style from Riazo, you know, a little bit wild, ends up throwing him off.
Riazo's 20? Goddamn.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw that in the
Youngin.
stage for Riazo, right? Yeah. The dichotomy of 6 players in terms of playstyle, right? There could be a little bit more reserve.
You guys want to gamba on this? Yeah, let's gamba on this now that I wasn't gambling earlier because like we were watching like a VOD basically, but now this shit's live. I have to assume this whole thing is first to 3, right? Lots of young people in top 24, yeah.
We'll see.
This whole thing has to be live, right? Or sorry, first to 3.
The bevy of opponents that they face having to get
who am I? I mean, I feel like I just, you know, Gamera or Ria. I feel like I got Gamera here just because he's been looking. I mean, I will say Riazo though. Riazo did like he went like 4-2 in his group or something, right? He had like 2 different 2-0s. Riazo did kind of cook, so I don't know. They've both been looking like, even amongst the really strong competition that they were experiencing, right?
Yeah, well, I believe
they both kind of been looking relatively dominant.
I could be wrong about
Yo,
that.
Yoriku.
Yeah, so, I mean,
thanks for the raid, buddy.
Entirely unexpected, given the fact that you know,
Gamera looking kind of awake today. I don't know, guys. I mean, do you think that is that a buff or a nerf though? I feel like Gamera being a little bit EP. Or you know, I feel like that kind of power buffs him a lot of the time. For him, it's a nerf. Yeah, exactly. You'd think like more awake would be good, but I've never seen Gamera more awake. Yeah.
Quite a difficult obstacle in the way, but let's make sure our buttons are all good before we head on into the action.
Okay, so Gamera has usually locked in the character he's.
Remember Cygames Cup? Bro was asleep in his chair. Yeah, and he won Cygames Cup, right? So like again, it might be a nerf, right? Gamera looked like he was literally falling asleep at Cygames Cup, and he won it pretty like handily, kind of, right? So he's looking a little bit more awake. I don't know if that's good or bad. You know, don't let that factor into your channel points, but like, you know, be careful. That might be a reason to vote for Riazo, to be real with you. Riazo won against Gamera before. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Seahawks versus Suja is scary, though, man. Like, there's a non-zero chance that we see a TOD here, or like close to, like, if she catches Seahawks on like 1 Brave point at any point, and she's got like Super or SSBA or something like that, I don't know, man.
Here we are. First game.
I think it's a bad matchup for Gamera plays for Suja now. Oh, does he? Yeah, he's been playing for Suja for a while now. Yeah, he's Beatrix and Versuja is his 2 characters.
There we go, and our competitors letting the intros rock.
Get this midget off me. It's such a...
Trying to see who's gonna make it into this final side.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a bad matchup for Beatrix or a good matchup for Versuja or what. I don't really know enough about Seahawks and how he interacts with a lot of the cast, right? I feel like I haven't seen him. I don't see that much Seahawks. I could try and theory craft based on my knowledge, but like I haven't seen Seahawks versus that many characters in like actual high-level play to tell you how, you know, Beatrix might like that matchup. Off the top of my head, nothing seems crazy bad about it, but the thing is, like, yeah, Versuja is gonna kill this guy, though, right? Versuja is just going to kill this guy. I'm sorry for this top 8. Let's go. The LCQ was amazing. It was so fun, and the groups were even more engaging, honestly. So like, I am really hyped for this. And I just got pumped up talking about Gallium being 600 kilometers tall.
Yeah. Riazo also recognizing that the throw is coming in.
Okay, just checking on the door with the 5U. Nothing found off of the H gate. Just waiting it out, but okay, scary air block on that EX orb.
Yeah, this is about as expected in terms of matchup positioning, right? Like the second Gamera is able to find a way out.
Okay, caught him with the 6XL, sure.
Coming in, and now Riazo trying to close it out right here.
Seahawks is like 174 centimeters to the friend asking on Twitch. Yo, he's my size. Well, a centimeter shorter, but yeah.
Yes. Again, we are on 3 out of 5 territory.
It's definitely like the highest, Bell top 8 ever. What do you mean?
You need 3 games to win, and so many hits as far as 6 goes, right? Again, the durability.
Highest level. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. I mean, all the other top 8s across the year, all of the winners of those top 8s have basically collaborated. Like they've all coalesced here, and then half of those guys didn't even make it out of the groups. Right. This is definitely the most filtered top 8 we've ever had. at the very least.
Exactly. Might need a few more hits, but he's got the tools to do it.
Why do they keep spot dodging EX empty hand? If you spot dodge it early enough, you can B plus or make Seahawks a little bit less plus at the very least. But it is risky. If you mess it up, it can kill you. You're very welcome, Bonjamin. There you go. Jinx says you're welcome.
On the doors, that counter hit. Perfect to start things off.
Is this also first to 3, or will be first to 3 now? I would imagine it's first to 3, right? Gamer needs to fall asleep. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Him being awake might be a nerf. I would imagine it's first to 3. Oh, look at that. He's chugging the Red Bull. God damn. Yeah, it has to be best of 5 at this point, right? Like, we have 3 hours. It's supposed to end at 8. We have 3 hours on the docket for a top 8, right? There's no way that it's not all first to 3. We're communicating through the one-way mirror. I'll be the I'll be the YouTube to Twitch middleman. You know those drunken fist masters brick? Yeah, exactly. Like Gamera's sobered up, man. He's gotta fall back asleep. Go easy on the juice. Listen, man. Now moderation. This is not the time for moderation. Oh, he switches to the Beatrix. Thank you, interpreter brick. Thank you. No problem.
That's gonna be the great thing for Gamera.
He's just testing that out. I guess, yeah, if it is a best of 5, he definitely, okay. If he was testing it out, he was definitely playing like it was a best of 5, so it better be a best of 5.
To take that note with Versusia.
Yeah. Okay. Knocked on the door with the 6XL.
Sure.
Confirmed, so he flashed the parry.
Ooh, caught him. That was, yeah, caught him out of the empty hand. I thought, was that Gate of Demons or empty hand? Yeah. The Grand Blue handshake, but he went first. Not like this.
Alright, one more throw in the corner. You're going to need quite a few more to kill Gamera.
Yeah, and Artie with the 6XLs to try to get their way out of the corner. The triple attack low has been presented a couple of times, probably trying to get that in Ryazo's head as much as possible.
Yep.
Ooh, huh?
Gotta make sure to watch the toes again. Another throw on Gamera. SSBA range activated, so now we gotta worry about Delta.
Oh, dude, nice check with the 2M. God damn.
Takes another round.
Yeah, I don't think
no, Ryazo is playing with confidence, right? That's like that. You gotta feel it sometimes just watching someone. I feel like he is playing confidently, and that is really important, man. And it's very easy to not be confident, you know, when you're fighting the best players in the world and the lights are as bright as they'll ever be. He's like, so far, he's doing a great job.
Really important to be able to recognize your counter hits. Wow, got the 6XM.
Yeah, sniped on the EX Fireball startup. Now again, we're stuck in the corner. The guard jump.
Yeah, guard jump really important because it also
rule of 3.
tries to bait out a lot of those BCs.
He also does love his rule of 3.
Finding the way out.
There's a guy on Twitter I saw quite a bit. They lost too much to Gamera, so they're practicing fighting games, just switching to making erotic art. Honestly, unfortunately, maybe not unfortunately, but like, you know, unfortunately for us at least, probably more lucrative, to be real with you, significantly, if they're good at the art anyway. The Red Bull Chell, this man is reading the code of the game right now. Yeah. He got like half of that can right there. Damn, dude.
And because of that, Ryazo has gotten full combo into death. 2-0 right now.
All right, yeah. So it's good. It is definitely best of 5. That's good.
Oh my God! Now when we saw Ryazo,
turns out these YouTube chatters are pretty cool. Yo, Bonjamin hopping over.
We did not expect them
to let these 2 H's rip. Well, I mean, we'll see. Code bending. Oh yeah, I realized I can look at chat again. Right. I forgot. I'm like, I was so traumatized this morning. I'm trying not to get spoiled on the group stages. But yeah, it's live. No one knows anything. I can look at chat again. Yo. And I'll take my leave and return to Twitch. I'll see you, Bonjamin. As soon as he entered, he leaves. Ryazo tweaking. Gamera needs a power nap. I'm sure Ryazo's not having bowel spasms. He's popping off, man. He's having a great time. The Red Bull is coursing through his veins. He's got that belt tied real tight on his forearm. Get the blood. Make sure all the blood is in his hands. Rick can talk to us again. Yeah. What's going on, Z, man? Hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you are as well. Can't wait for Twitter to go. Seahawks is broken if Ryazo wins this 3-0. I can already see the Diaphone video essay right now, man. Seahawks won. He was also the only character represented in bowl. He's the only character double represented in the top 8, right? There's 2 Seahawkses and 1 of everyone else in here. It makes perfect sense. The GOAT will have the video out on it immediately. Don't worry. This is the first Grand Blue set of the day, yeah, for the top 8. This is the first one. Ryazo up 2-0 so far.
Gamera recognized that and is starting to capitalize.
Yeah, so perfectly fine with mashing after that far edge. No skills.
Ooh, the far end is barely out of range. I was wondering if it was going to be close enough right there. Oh, Rekka reached from there?
Yeah, one of the best.
Never mind. Future Diaphone is right. This character is broken. Beatrix so bad, even Gamera switched. I mean, he was playing Versuja game 1, and then switched to Beatrix game 2, and then switched back to Versuja game 3 here.
But not even necessary. Gamera finally putting a round on the board.
Yes, that is got to be great to be able to put
Wait,
a tourniquet on.
that's the first round he got?
Get your morale back.
I had not noticed that so far it was both fucking
Ooh,
2 rounds.
But just slashed out with the far H.
Yeah, and that is notable. There hasn't been a lot
God
of
damn.
to the skies for Riazo.
It's what I was talking about earlier, though. Again, like, Versucha is just gonna fucking kill this guy in 2 hits. Pretty much every single round, if he gets the chance.
You can pump out his Versucha. 5U install, ready for the buff.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to push away, and you can see the 5Ls are coming out from Gabata from far.
Really good for, yeah,
to
she can
try
get
and
space
catch
so
those
easily. It's going
Aaron
far
Clark
H into an Itty like that, right?
Exactly.
Get her 5U back up.
Gamera
Gamera finally woke up, it seems. I think he went back to bed. Again, I think Gamera is at his strongest when you're fighting Dream Gamera, right? Like, when Gamera falls asleep, he, like, goes into the Avatar state or some shit, man. Yeah, all his ancestors, they all pool their brain power to help him be unbeatable.
Showing that right now. And, I mean, hey, the thing is
Gamera's sweating?
That doesn't
A little
mean
bit.
Gamera is back yet.
A little bit.
Still got another couple of games.
Gamera locked out? Yeah.
Exactly.
Gamera's just Zenitsu at this point? Yeah, exactly. Gamera astral projects. Indeed. Yeah, Seahawks has much smaller normals, but also, like, you know, he's got like an 8-frame far H and stuff like that. He's fine. Ooh, delayed. Damn, that delayed empty gated demons right there, the fireball. You can't kill here, right? Not on 17K. Ooh, is it? No. I mean, yeah, we've seen a lot of times today where Versucha, these 17K characters, right? They've barely lived and gotten a chance. Now, to be fair, it's a small chance, but they've gotten a chance to come back in some of these games where, like, other characters would have just died. Again, having extra health is it's one of the better things. Like, even with everything Versucha has, having 17K is, like, up there for one of the better things about her, right?
Does 6 have Riazo being one of the best in
one of those rounds,
if
yeah.
not the best, honestly.
Seems like Gamera is a Reggie today. The slow start passive is distracting. He'll get there. Interesting that he got away with the overhead there. I wonder what the idea is.
Yeah, recognizing that was a run-up situation, and that's
Can Versucha not mash on it as easily or something?
So go ahead and get their stock, but
again, backdash caught by the Eureka.
Backdash in that situation enough times that Riazo has recognized it.
Yeah, wake up Eureka sounds crazy until you just get a read for your opponent's habits. Yes, I get.
I mean, wait, it's safe on block too. Oh my god, he's dead. Riazo 3-1 winners finals knocks Gamera to losers. Look at him popping off. Let's go. All right.
Moves on to winners finals. 3-1.
Holy, bro. Spit your shit, man. This is the time to pop off like this, man. Do some fucking squats, you know, hit the splits.
Just keeps this momentum.
Whatever you want to do.
Insane work. Now,
The Eureka's 11-frame startup, -4 on block. Oh yeah. Don't gas yourself out with this pop off. No, he was doing it all day yesterday too for the groups. No, he's got it in him. Gamera and losers, yeah, 3-1.
You saw that, right?
God damn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that.
Look, you guys didn't believe in Riazo.
Yeah, apparently he isn't either.
Riazo cooking these finals, he might be. Rebel give him +10 attributes minimum. That's true. It's like, you know, it's like the haste spell from D&D. You know, like, he has like +5 to all his numbers right now. But like tomorrow, he's gonna be like he's gonna suffer a debuff. But tomorrow doesn't fucking matter, man. It's all about right here, right now. Who cares if I got fucking slowed 1 or something at the end of it? It's fine.
Making their way to whatever tournaments they possibly could to eventually.
My God.
Did exactly that.
Riazo not making erotic art with that win. Yeah, true. Riazo escapes the porn industry. Well done. My goat.
For the title of winning the tournament.
Exactly. Someone a while back asked me, they were like, oh, what country is Riazo from? I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure he's NA. It's like, oh, I see him at like every tournament just traveling around as much as he can.
Yeah.
Perfect Storm,
So true.
Coliseum, and so many of these other tournaments as well.
Adrenaline dump can happen. Perhaps. I mean, listen, the nice thing about winner's side is he doesn't have to keep the adrenaline up for that long, right? Realistically, all he needs to do, he needs to win 2 more sets, theoretically.
Very serious player,
Right?
But it doesn't have to be a serious player to be your favorite.
Gamera not happy,
player
yeah.
of the day.
Right. All he has to do, he has to win 1 more best of 5 in winners finals. And if he doesn't get reset in grands, he has to win 1 more best of 5 after that. So you need that stamina way more through loser's side than you need through winners, right?
Just someone who inspires you.
Yo, Swift Venom, thanks for the follow, man.
Whether or not they make it to that grand final side, or you just saw
Hoping for Gamera to bring back that Games Cup run. He did win that from losers too, didn't he? Could always just refueled another can per match. Yeah, doing that, it refreshes the buffs, right? It does lower the amount of time until the debuff hits, but you know, that again, it should hopefully last him throughout the top 8 at the very least. He'll pay for it after if he wins the 50. Lawson just sent me the same way. I'll start pretty cold. Interesting. Think we got a Galleon trailer today? I would be a little surprised. I expect just based on the release schedule and the fact that we have one fewer DLC character, I expect Galleon is maybe still 2 months out. Now, could it happen? For sure. Could Galleon be like more like a month out? Maybe. I'd be a little confused. But yeah, we could. I personally don't think so. I think we're still like 2 months away from Galleon about, I think. Like May 19th or something. Sounds like a pretty good release date for Galleon. No trailer, are you sure 100% they're showing something of her? It's so far out, right? Like, no, I don't think so. I don't think they're I mean, maybe, but like, I mean, it's only because it's Arc World Tour Finals, right? The timeline doesn't really make sense. But because it's Arc World Tour Finals, maybe, right? That's why I would give it a maybe. I'm 99% will get absolutely nothing. Yeah, again, based on the timeline, we get nothing. But because it's like, it's basically the biggest professional event of the year, maybe, right? Besides Evo, anyway. You need to reveal a new character. But different games have different timelines and stuff like that, right? This map, Skill, I want Skill to win, right? Skill, I love Sora's. Again, if I was not just a grappler, like just sympathizer forever and ever, Sora's is probably my favorite character in this game. So, what's he doing, man? So I'm here for Skill. Venom trailer though, I'm hype. Yeah. Does World Tour get Arc in it? You got Arc in my World Tour, man. May sounds about right. Last we saw Galleon only had concept art. Yeah, I would be surprised if we got anything besides like maybe like, you know, that teaser we got for Sandalphon at Evo with Versuja, where we just had like that 5-second animation of a feather falling into his hand and him closing his hand, right? I wouldn't expect anything more than that for Galleon. And honestly, I wouldn't even expect that for Galleon. Now, if I'm wrong, awesome.
Down back city, right? Yeah. This dude will block whatever you have, and they will stay.
Just hopping in, are we still working through yesterday? We just gotten started. No, yeah, we finished the group stages. We just had the top 8 has started. We Gamera and Riazo just happened in winner's semis, and Riazo won that 3-1. This is the other winner's semis match right now. Just that's all I need. But a crumb, you could get a crumb.
Yeah. My thought process was
maybe more Ale skill here as well. So true. Also, yeah, real quick, if you want to root for skill, you can do it with your money. Thoughts? Skill or Toro? If you want, you know, you can show your support with channel points, with gambling to support your heroes.
But after that group stage,
I'm 1/10 of the way there. I have like 50K, I believe.
It's hard to put it any other way than Onslaught.
Opens and closes outstretched dance.
Is obviously
betting it all on skill. All right. Probably working much harder on the Sandalphon already had a model stuff from being the story. They're probably working much harder on the other DLC characters. Yeah. I just need to hear who her English VA will be, and I'll be satisfied.
Has absolutely dwindled in terms of the top.
I have no idea what she would sound like, actually. Yeah. I gotta stand Toro as you wish, as you please. I would gamble, but I'm here to big chill. Understandable.
That's right. You gotta remember Riazo up there with such a dominating performance.
Sometimes the casino can take your chill away. Certainly.
Also had a dominating performance. These two included, right? Riazo was the only one who didn't look like as dominant as everybody else, but still was able to take out Gamera.
Is he playing the Percival? Swords is so loud, I can't hear the voice lines.
That's all I'm saying.
He is playing Percival. Okay. I mean, it's a button check, but I imagine he probably will stick with it. Yo! What if that's a preview? What if we see that interaction in game?
Very good odds that this person is
gambling with my prime. So true, Becca. Thank you very much for the 2 months right there, the prime.
If we can't seal it out against Totoro to be sent, possibly against Monarch.
I got Galleon in the mobile game 2 days ago. It's a sign we get something today. So true. Galleon is a slow, sleepy mommy in terms of voice. That makes sense from what I've heard.
Because remember, back in the day during Vanilla, when online was kind of the only.
Galleon Strikes is the kind of character that says "ara ara." So yeah, so true. I forgot Sora's 6H has armor. Yeah, starting on frame 9, buffed in the Versuja patch from frame 16 to frame 9, but it loses to lows. It does not have armor against lows. The gamble went by so fast and get the gamble. It's so fucked. It's still open, brother. You still have like 10 seconds. It's about to close. It's about to close. You could still gamble. You can gamble right now. Kaguya from Uni be like, still gamble. The gamble's still open. And now it's closed.
This is one I'm very much looking forward to.
We got the palette swap too, the red versus blue.
From 16 to 9, just no wonder it feels so strong now. Yup. Howdy, streamer. Hello, Lori. How's it going? Arc World Tour Finals time. I had no idea Sora 6H lost to lows. Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
Anti-Soares already at round start neutral jumping.
Yep.
Round start neutral jump, man. The universal fighting game signal for I do not trust your ass. You're gonna do something fucking crazy. When you're fighting Soras, yeah, it's true. It's right more often than not. Galleon vocally speaks in single words. The rest is through the mind. Interesting.
Yeah, to be honest with you, one of the things about the Flame Carpet is that it's not the life drain that's the worst part. It's about what the life.
Most characters don't have long range lows, though, so it doesn't matter for most characters. I mean, like a 2U or a 2M. 2M probably will be like the default quote-unquote low for most characters there. Though not every 2M's a low, obviously. Anti-serial killer tech. Yeah, the round start neutral jump for real. Okay, alright, alright. 2M isn't a low for me. Yeah, it depends on some characters.
NA, it's a lot more 6XL, right? But stagger pressure in Japan and EU, skill not ready for it versus Totoro.
Okay.
Some of these far lights. Now we got 5 stocks in the toe.
I need my goat skill to lock in real quick.
Though his skill is going to be able to put the pressure on right now. You do want to watch that Dragon Punch though from Totoro. Hey,
good DP, sure. Oh, the U skill kind of acts like a delayed button right there, right? Just longer startup than something like a close L or something. The delay built into the startup catches skill delay tech and are doing something. A little spooky. Oh my god, the press to jump, I think there. Or backdash, fearing a command grab or a throw or something? But Toro calls him out. Alright, hold on.
The notes on this player because that was exactly
these flame carpets, man. Yeah, you flame carpet is pretty wild. Doing good to start playing this game 3-ish weeks ago, so I figured I'd watch the Arc World Tour Finals. Yeah, this has to be a bad matchup for Soras. I guess like maybe.
I'm not gonna stop your escape, but I can catch you wherever you end up landing. So taking.
And that Percy has a lot of means to like keep him out using his normals and stuff. Yeah, it is first to 3. It is first to 3.
Maybe it's a different part of my game plan that I gotta.
And Percy, Fireball is 9 frame startup. That's actually a little bit faster than I thought. That's faster than I thought.
I guess I can say incorrectly now because Totoro has been the offense.
How viable is it for Soras to use 5U on Flame Carpet to get his stocks? You know, it's not I mean, even with the U skill slowdown, it's not like the easiest thing to react to necessarily. Because you're also being slowed down. So.
Be a little bit lower, but another counter hit with the stagger pressure, keeping that Flame Carpet going. Skill is just bleeding life.
Yeah, man, just burning to death.
Just hold on to skills, escape out of the corner. Normally, I feel like we see a much earlier brave counter, but still not taking quite as much damage as we might.
Doesn't go for the install. Doesn't want the.
That overhead is very,
oh.
Right? So,
okay. Didn't go for the roundhouse kick. Wants to hold on to it for the pressure possibility. Potentially. Yeah, burning to death in the flame carpet. Neutral jump.
But does not want to run into a far L, a far M. Content to spend the brave points. It doesn't matter when anything is one touch.
Hey, even with that amount of
inching forward for the throw right there. DP kills the only thing now. Gotta respect that. Not quite on chip yet, but the toe hunter. What the Sora's install doesn't it just help mitigate damage? No. It also makes him faster, buffs all of his special moves, and gives him a command grab SSBA. It does a lot.
With that Lord Strike low, now the round up for Totoro. Skill fights back.
And even try to delay right there.
It's one of the more, like, it completely changes him. He's stolen the toes, it's true.
Pick it up with the EX punch, now ultimate ender skill.
And punches get follow-ups? Yep. His Aura gets a couple different follow-ups.
Didn't believe in the 6XL hit, committed to the stagger.
And that's going to be one of our.
It's like Vera install levels of change? I think it's better than Vera install, probably. Which is why it's more locked away, right?
There we go.
Oh, the command grab, you nasty boy. And SSBA, sure.
Yeah, this way you're going to be able to get back your BP and take away 2 of your opponents.
Doesn't take a super for some reason. It's kind of busted low-key. It's a very good install.
For skill is now basically being life even.
Yep.
But the fact that you can only use it when you're at 30% health or lower, right? Like, that is a pretty big hindrance, certainly. All right. All right. Not going down 2-0 just yet.
Finally, 4 rounds in, representing the UDP, that ultimate up kick.
Yeah, really important to be able to show that your opponent that you will do that sometimes, so they can second guess their offense, right? And now Totoro
get crushed by my 5-frame DP attackable roundhouse kick.
Has lost at the very beginning in the group stages and then completely came back.
I haven't seen a lot of back punch into EX roundhouse bang to try and.
Good Brave County. That's the one thing about Soras, right? Him and Uno both kind of have this weakness. It is very easy to find spots to Brave counter these guys, right? To get like a guaranteed counter hit, hard knockdown Brave counter as well. even more important post-patch.
Stars with the clash, yeah, had to stop right there because Percival's mid-range buttons are just so strong.
Yeah, recovered in time off of the
Oh!
dodge, able to find a counter hit, post far L.
Can't kill here, can
The
he?
ultimate starter
No.
from skill. One more hit's enough. Two more throws. Two BP
Dying on the
apiece.
flame carpet just a little
That
bit.
Carpet trying to even up that life total. The BP has got to get used.
Uh-oh.
Same right back at you for Totoro.
You
And
wouldn't.
was maybe
Okay,
even
I was like,
for it there.
would
That's
Toro,
exactly
he would reverse the Aaron Damac curse and Raging Strike skill? Would he do it?
Whip the roundhouse
But not
back.
yet.
No punish from Totoro. Waiting for this 50 to come back up.
Yeah, definitely not a
48
draw.
meter.
There is
Oh,
Life
install.
pulling out.
He doesn't have that many. He has no
Got the
stocks, though, so he only has
install
10% damage
going.
reduction
Only a
here.
one stack, but I mean, you only need a one stack in terms of damage.
Oh, it's not gonna. Wait. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Yeah, the gun at the end. All right, 2-0. 2-0. Alrighty, alrighty.
Save you finds the close L counter hit to tie things up.
Yeah, I mean, more stacks on there, and that would have been a lot of higher.
He makes these
defense
reverse
play,
3-0s.
maybe-
I believe.
I'm not entirely sure you would survive with that low health, but
Yeah, yeah.
it could have come into play.
Yeah, so second game in the row.
Toro doesn't have Aaron to take him down. He's unstoppable now, perhaps. Sponsored by water. I believe in skill. I believe in skill.
Bring this back for skill to try and stay in the winner's side and avoid the potential zoner matchup against Monarch. We have to win.
For how much he likes exploding his clothes, I wonder how high Source's clothing bill is. To be fair, it's a below average amount of clothes. That's true. It'd be a lot worse if he was like in a fancy suit or something.
Is not content with just being able
A combo that could normally... His stacks also increases defense and machismo. Yeah, like, he gets 10% damage reduction per stock that he has.
Conservative at the round start, looking for the far L, but nothing found. Still counter it here for skill.
It's a great start, though, because that's going to put Totoro in a
Okay,
situation
safe
where
jump.
they're maybe going to want to use their BC. But wow, finding a time to be
Toro's
able to
install
find
is
that
so
was
scary
no
at times. It
escape.
was scary right there, but Toro held up.
Unfortunately, whatever stagger pressure you
Oh,
had to
get
do
the way
is
close
getting
L.
bodied stagger pressure right back at you.
Toro is looking really fucking strong, man.
Close L working out wonders for Totoro. 4 stocks in tow, ultimate flame carpet. How can you make your escape? BC to keep the corner now.
Oh, far H. That's the thing about you dash punch, right? It is not exactly, it is very far from a reversal. The armor on that move starts up on frame 11, if you were not aware. So it's, again, you know, if you can knock like Vasaraga out of his U tackle often. That's frame 5.
Totoro has been the bridesmaid so many times in these top 8s, but
Oof,
is,
okay.
I think finally trying to rectify that.
Yeah, this is a really good start for Totoro. Has the 3 stocks available.
Toro's looking strong, man.
Worry about a dash punch interrupting 2 more orbs.
Lord Strike already set up right
Okay.
there. Goes for it again. You know,
Is he dead?
Totoro has caught
No.
skill with that so many times
okay,
this
okay.
set.
Yep. All right, we get the cross through off of the ultimate.
Now he
roundhouse, but still
is?
sniped out here with a close L.
He's cashing out like he is.
Okay, just using
Is the gun kill?
humanly possible to Lord
No,
Strike.
17,000 health. But the spot dodge uses the slower fireball. Oh, baby boy. All right, 3-0.
Yep, 3-0.
3-0 for Toro.
In the
Wow.
winner's side to keep the JP dream alive. Wow. Skill.
That
The
is...
results of that loser's
Where's
side,
damage reduction cap? Yeah, 50% on 5 stacks.
he's dreading.
Which is, so in theory, the best case scenario for Sora is if he's at 30% health, 30% of 17,000 is 5,100. So he basically gets an extra 5k health from that install in best case scenario. He's got 5 stacks and he's right at 30% roughly when he uses it.
You know, as NA players, we have been destroyed.
The roll after Sora's DP isn't plus. It's plus 2. But if he does anything, like it's only very slightly plus if he does it right away.
Owned a couple times, I will admit. That being said,
French rebuff.
on an absolute tear, just taking.
Ooh, okay.
taking
Close,
a
but
lot
yeah,
of
Toro
these
is gonna be the
these
one who
very
takes that
once
one
they
down.
Keep that momentum up in the winner's side, but before that, of course, we have to head into the other side of our bracket, down in the loser's side, top 8.
Yes, so the loser side.
Yeah, so
of the top eight
Riazo
definitely
and
could be another one
Toro
of those bats, 'cause
both
no
kind
chances
of, I mean,
anymore, right?
I'll get they both won their sets pretty convincingly, but honestly, it was Toro kind of he was. Listen, skill, that's my boy. Toro kind of he won that shit very clearly, right? So it's gonna be a very interesting winners finals. But yeah, we'll get to that later.
Have a little bit of experience with the Lucilius, but I think I've moved on. You know, I've given up hopes on.
Or people I kept dropping combos yesterday because I'm playing on PS5, 4 to 5 frames of input delay. Ah, used to the PC. Zippy, hello. Not quite anymore, but you know. More Sandalphon than Nier or Lucilius right now, but it's fine. Been sometimes got a Gamba right. Might be my time to go all in and lose it all again. No, yeah, if you go all in, you can lose up to 100% of your money, but you could theoretically, you know, you could double your money, you could triple your money, you could quadruple your money. It's all upside, man.
Oh yeah, RF RFL's own Zippy pulling up previously on the near, previously on Lucilius.
I'm surprised he's the only person you think we'd see others.
And a fellow New Jersey
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of character variety in this game, to be honest. You don't see that many of like any character, right? But I think Percy does kind of suffer from still a bit of a Catalina problem. Obviously, he has some things that set him apart, right? But I think in general game plan, I think you could probably still argue a little bit of like a why wouldn't I just play Catalina sort of question. Toro with the no fear. Fit is in on the Siegfried. Ow. 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 Didn't even fucking need the... What? Really? I mean, unlike the other shows that actually has an answer. True, true. Like, he's got his own thing. Yeah, Flame Carpet is definitely, like, he has unique things about him. He's got with a worse 5U, but more sauce. That's a bit reductive, but yeah. Balance kind of good, yeah, man. Balance kind of good.
Let's see it. So this should be the Sandalphon versus the Siegfried battle of a couple Shotos here in the Luzu side.
You know, it's so funny as a Siegfried player hearing you call him a Shoto because like
he has very different tools. Correct. I think more so in terms of just being like defensive mid-range characters is more so what I was talking about.
Man, you did that type character.
But yeah, he's definitely not just Catalina but worse. That's definitely not the case. But I just think he's Catalina but like more specialized and maybe still worse, right? So like if you're just picking up a character to like do well in a tournament, Catalina probably has a simpler, more straightforward, and even maybe better gameplay, right?
By way of Kyan Cup last year.
Yeah.
Zippy's only 19, yeah. This little guy, man.
LCQ onslaught and unfortunately was unable to do it.
This matchup feels really good on Seek. Sandalphon versus Siegfried.
But now Zippy this time
really enjoying how diverse tourney has been, honestly. The Nier era was crazy. Yeah, you know, yeah, again, the Versucha patch is still, in my opinion, like one of the best fighting game patches I've ever fucking seen. So they did a good job. And Season 2, again, it wasn't like, it didn't shift anything massively, but I think it continued a very good step in the right direction, started by 1.5. So the game's at a good spot right now.
We saw them play the Lucilius, but now this is
I feel like Cat is no pick, is bad because no mix. Play Percy and 236U, no mix needed. And he's got a command grab. He does have a command grab. That's mix. You saw it right there.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, oh, from near,
I think a lot of the times that you know, skill got caught on like the plus frames, just like randomly mashing like that, it's because he was worried about 5U, right?
Against those demons is sick, but
if it did shift massively, they have so much backlash. Yeah, again, presumably the Galleon or the Villainous patch is going to be huge. But someone play the Lord Knight clip about Cat. I don't have any context for Vanilla Versus, but that clip always was funny to me because I'm like, no one in this game besides like Grimnir and like Zeta or something, like no, even in Rising where shit is like a little bit more, no one does anything but fucking throws in mids, man. I don't know. Right, like it seems like it always struck me as a weird thing to say about this game. It feels like a Strive. Oh, Gamba, yeah. It feels like a Strive player mindset. You know what I mean? No, maybe in Vanilla Versus there was way more mix running around or something like that, but somehow I doubt that. But yeah, like you know, there's nothing but throws and mids in this shit. You can hold my nuts, fair enough. You got me. Didn't Sajam go on record saying that Vanilla Cat was the least fun his friends ever had playing fighting games? That's fun.
Not doing too bad of a job.
Yeah, really, the only time you see a Sandalphon player switch to a different element.
Gramble's had a pretty good track record with patches. Can't wait to see that track record crash and burn. I don't know about all that. Let's not doom in advance.
You know, irrelevant.
Exactly.
And so they just want the extra, maybe chip damage. Maybe they want the extra movement.
Yeah, I've heard the UL buffs, even like the the ones you got in 2.0, are like kind of meaningful.
You are going to be seeing
but know how to universal overhead button, but other than that, really have anything? Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand Vanilla Versus, right? But like that clip never made sense to me. Like it was a fun pop. It's just funny. But like in terms of like an actual like discussion about like the strength of the character, I don't know, man. Maybe he's talking about the game in general. Like no one should ever get hit in Versus ever because there's no mix. It's a very Strive player take, or like not Strive, like Guilty Gear player take, right? Or like anime player, like Blaze Blue. Obviously Lord Knight, he plays a lot of Blaze Blue, plays a lot of Guilty Gear stuff like that. So he's like, how could everyone ever get opened up if it's not a 50-50?
Yeah. Corner carry looking pretty solid here. Nothing found off of the misfinder, but the Sword of Damocles just caught up on the far end.
Sword of Damocles? Is that the name of his air stall? It's fucking dope if it is. Old head take for sure, yeah.
Many resources as possible.
The post cinematic put the wings up, the spears
okay, said the same about Soul and Strive.
Round number 1 off the super here.
Talking about the one LK quote? Yeah. What's it again? It's like you lose to throws and mids, hold my nuts or something like that.
We mentioned that he stays in light form most of the time in this game, because
it's funny. Don't get me wrong, but I never understood it as like an actual point to be made.
Considering the lore, but
Calling the sword down because he gets falling upon its head. Yeah, I mean, like I know this. I know the actual sword, but honestly, like it would not fucking surprise me if Siegfried had some fucking weird ass shit like that. I guess it'd be German, right? It'd be German something. Uva, fucking whatever. Verdrangen. Orkin.
Still gonna mash out here, no charge. That's a punish for Zippy.
It's gonna be all the way to the corner.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like plus frames are good in fighting games. That's kind of just me though.
Yeah, it's scary, but finally finding our way out of the corner with a couple straight hits from Fittizen. Tries to charge up the firewall, only to get caught by ultimate fireball.
And that's how you know he's played against Siegfried a number of times, right? Because pretty much that's the most relevant option that a Siegfried player will go to after a sweep.
Yep.
Sure. Oh, okay. Trying to catch him with the close H right there. No bite.
Yeah, and that's a counter hit that paid a lot of dividends for Fittizen.
Plus frames are mid. Fair enough.
But it's
You got
paying
me.
off nothing for him against Zippy.
It's not dead though. Sandy doesn't. Yeah, Sandy doesn't really do like explosive damage off these hits, right?
Oh,
Now he's dead.
That is a straight punish. If you
Now
are
he's dead.
unaware, now Siegfried can obviously cancel with the special or cancel into even dodge, right? But the thing
Zippy
is,
with the
if they
pure
don't,
fundy
they can
Sandalphon
see
still
6
sends me.
back
Yeah,
and
no
forth.
elements, no bullshit.
Ooh, Zippy
You know,
you see that?
Yeah,
he hits you with fucking base Dolphon, and that's it.
More games again, first to 3 this entire way through of the top 8. So one good game isn't enough.
Yes, no, and I mean it was a really good game. Don't get me wrong.
Hold these spacing
It was
traps for
just-
real.
Fittizen is not a slouch. You had mentioned has been in top 6, top 8 of every.
Doesn't care about his plus on block neutral skip, and you know perhaps he's better for it. Who knows?
Multiple-time champion, right? Kayane Cup, Brussels Challenge, outplayed.
I don't know, because a testament to how good of a player Zippy is. Oh, for sure.
Are we going to be able to tie it up in game 2?
There's only one.
It's kind of disappointing. That's what high level Sandy looks like. I do wonder if that's true. Like it's still it's a little early, right? I think this is what high level Sandy looks like because this is the quickest thing to get good at, right? Like this is the simplest game plan that Sandalphon has. I'm not sure if it's the best game plan that Sandalphon has, right? But if you need to get him world class ready in a month, you probably do play him like this right now. I don't know. Maybe this is still what like top level Sandy looks like a year from now. But my guess is more so it's just like this is the safest way to play Sandalphon, and not necessarily the best way to play Sandalphon. But time constraints are a thing.
Barely off the ground, but even with that early start combo limit,
My beloved better Gran with wings.
Chain takes the round.
And Zippy still looking immaculate, even regardless of using all.
I think future Sandalphon definitely still plays some matchups in light. Yeah, I mean I think Grimnir, for example, it seems like a fucking light matchup to be real. Alton Sandy's place in the tiers? High tier, not top tier. He has access to a lot of very top tier stuff in the elements, but the 10% or 11% or 25% extra damage, and the fact that you have to actually get into them and it can be a little bit of a chore to do so, I think holds him back enough that even though in some of the elements he does some really dumb stuff, it doesn't end up being enough, I think. Enough bullshit to truly make him a top tier. Strong though. Strong character. Very good. About as good as this guy, probably. Him and Siegfried feel similar, probably, in terms of power level to me. Both of these characters super solid, I think. Yeah, still has, you know, really good mid-screen, all of this.
It can be during the neutral, because this is what's possible.
Yep.
Also, losing damage in elements that aren't fire? I don't know about... Only really water, I think, does that, right?
Crucial misplace on the space.
Like maybe off crouching confirms in the mid-screen.
Even on the BP meter situation as well. Counter hit 2M, but no belief.
I don't know, losing damage seems wrong. Water in the corner, maybe. And even then, and you trade that damage for like his best set play and Oki and stuff like that in water, right? Ooh, lost a staring contest. The specials actually do less damage in elements not fire, but yeah, his overall his combo damage is about is usually higher in the elements, right? Than it is in base Dolphon, I'm pretty sure. You mean how fire 2-2HU does more? Well, yeah, that's not losing damage compared to fire. That's fire doing extra damage, right? Is 2-2 series just less damage than base in a non-fire element? Yeah, but the fireballs usually either like are way better for combos like Earth, or you know give you some sort of set play like Water. Wind, I'm actually not sure about. Wind, I'm actually not sure if Wind just does like less damage on the combos than than like
Didn't even have to finish the whole
Light Fawn
combo
does.
for
But
that one. And that is the power of the change. That is also the power of the safe jab. A lesson that we
fire does more
learned
damage.
in
Other elements
the
do less
Grand
damage.
Blue,
Raw
and
numbers.
carries
Yeah,
all
but
the
again,
way
like
to Rising 'cause it's
raw,
still
like
worse.
losing.
And
If
even
the
Rising,
combo
one of the reasons why
if the
they
combo
chose
structure
Shake
gets
Jab as much as
improved,
they
then
did
the things
was to
individually
stop
doing
Shake
less
Jab
is
from
not really
being
that big of a
the
deal,
most
right?
tool of all time.
Yeah, which makes it so tricky.
So we learn our safe jabs, kids. Yeah. Wind is most of the same as light. Yeah. So again, I don't know about losing damage. That seems like a little, like literally yes, but practically no. Earth does more if you have the link. Earth does more if you don't. Also, just going like the fireball into 6XL still does more than base form.
Has got these whip punishes on deck.
Wind is a huge wall bouncing at a combo during doing 2-3-6H then run up far H. Uh-oh.
But remember,
No fear.
not going to be a counter hit situation, so Citizen had to adjust the combo. That could maybe even have been death otherwise.
Yeah, honestly, spent the 50 on it just to make sure we have one more chance at
Sure.
life. Tried to bait on a
Ow.
tech, but 2H is
Also, all the elements get access to
Citizen
the U follow-up for as an ender to combos, right? Which makes his mid-screen combos do more damage, and I don't know about his corner combos, but it makes his mid-screen combos do more damage if you do the element ender as well. So yeah, I think losing damage is a little inaccurate, but
we want to be charitable about it, but finally a little bit of momentum on Citizen's side.
in general,
Nice.
the elements do end up being a little bit risky to go into in a lot of cases.
Citizen not being deterred by that, immediately going
Imagine if
for
Sandy
a
didn't take
flash
more
again.
damage in stance, wouldn't it be crazy?
Attempting
Oh, I mean, he'd just be
to
top 1,
right
probably.
now.
Like, genuinely. The stuff he has in the elements is so good. And the versatility of them is so good, right? Really, the big thing, yes, like, getting into the elements can be a bit of an annoying thing, but there's lots of different places to do it safely, right? There's lots of different places to do it safely and keep your turn, keep your Oki, keep everything. But turns out taking 25% extra damage is a very big deterrent.
It's a counter hit starter, and let's bring our BP right back.
Does a matchup Sandy should always be in light for? Probably.
It's not going to do it, right?
Yeah, just a sliver left here for Citizen. But now one button tech puts you in chip damage territory. The mash out on
Light is basically a 5th element, really.
SSBA to be seen.
Yeah, it just built the meter, and I don't think Citizen was going to think it was going to.
Like, the light fireball does genuinely have some benefits over, you know, it is the most generalist fireball, probably. It's a light or water matchup, I feel.
Yes!
Oh.
That is effervescent
Ow.
reactions.
Ow.
From downtown, no
6-3 can U fireball, yeah, but his U fireball is pretty easy to spot dodge and stuff.
Away at Zippy's HP, 50% for a UDP. The walk-up DP. Citizen stays alive.
Incredible decision making right there. Normally a lot
Damn.
of people just walk up and
So true,
throw.
bestie.
As a-
So
I
true,
know
bestie.
you know,
We do that shit.
More layers deep into Dante's
Yeah, we do that shit on set point.
Zippy's rolling his eyes.
Why not?
He's like, man, I did that 5 times to get out of group stages. Now it's happening to me and losers top 8. Come
Zippy
on.
was hitting people with a lot of run-up
You know,
DP, that's
you
true.
may be good at it, but do you think somebody else is going to do it, and are you ready for the counterplay, right?
Exactly. We
That's,
studied
Ow,
the tapes.
ow.
that's what fighting games are all about.
When else but when you need it most? I suppose so.
Put you back into the corner.
If you won't DP for your set life, when will you DP? Fair enough.
Yeah, with the 6XL of their own.
Set point and losers, yeah, fuck it, send it. Yeah, why not, man?
All the way to the other side of the corner. It may
Will you stand and fight, or will you die on your knees like a dog? And you know what, Citizen, he will not die.
Over, nothing off of the ultimate flame.
Oh boy. Could it be the start of a comeback?
Yeah, was it
We got the wall bounce.
Didn't believe in it, just like last time.
Yeah.
It still got
Nah,
that
still
counter hit
dead.
on this one, and because it's a close counter hit, got that close M. It's gonna be able to
Wait,
get
is
full
he dead?
damage here. Not enough meter to be able to finish.
Oh,
it
really?
out,
Wow.
but you
That's
have
less than
to
I
be
thought.
scared if you're Zippy.
Yeah, off of that starter.
Surely there's a Raging Strike catch out there somewhere, right?
All right, a throw for Citizen. 3 rounds in a row now.
Yeah,
Die in the air after getting my
throws
DP baited.
out of 6 players, but Zippy is basically
Walk up DP is devious? I mean, yeah. He didn't even run up DP. He walked up slowly and down smashed, man.
Up until now, really.
All right, now let's take to the skies. Pull up for the scoop.
Doda.
Backdash, it looks like.
Yeah, nothing found off of the frame trap. Just keeping your turn up with a far H, only to run a back throw. Citizen feeling the confidence now,
Oof.
charging the EX bonk right in Zippy's face.
EX bonk. Ah, yeah. Spot dodging Orchid.
But yeah, fighting the way through.
Bro's
the
minus.
Orchid.
Looking kind of minus. Looking a little bit minus right there.
Base boost resounding through the stadium.
He's even more minus now because it starts up 2 frames slower, right?
Combo limit is going to cut this short, so not going to be able to kill on this.
Oh, he's far L-ing. I see that white woman far L. Yep.
And it fully animates here. So what is the?
He was an element, he might have been dead. Yeah.
Thought we had time for a
Again,
save
that
jab.
it's not. They were kind of misleading when they explained it, right? To my like,
Oh,
there's no way he's 2-2 now.
in our set.
He wins this off walk up slowly and down smash. All right, all right.
So you know every Siegfried wants to hit that back.
Got that long
web
dancer's
because
legs.
It is going to lead to
Yeah. What was I talking about earlier? I forgot. That shit was too good.
In there.
What the fuck was I saying? I was saying something about element. Oh yeah, it's basically 10% less effective HP and 20% less effective HP is what he has in the elements. So it's actually 11.11% more damage and 25% more damage, right? It's worse than it sounds, even. Punished for being a white woman who truly live in society? It's about damn time. Okay, I'm kidding.
More and more poor situations. So you see that Zippy is kind of hanging back a little bit more.
Walk up DP broke Zippy. I mean,
spot dodge avoids the firewall only to get jumped over. Fitison now with corner pressure.
That's like that. It's a statement, man. It's a statement that man is afraid of nothing. He's unconditionable. How do you fight a man who does that for his loser side Arc World Tour life?
Just trying to keep you at bay with the far L. Okay, wait for the 6-6M. No punish.
Okay. Yep. Elemental release either. Staying in light form.
Ooh. The walk back, just barely able to reach with the tip of that 2M. Like you mentioned, Ebonic, just so much range on it.
Doesn't kill here. Yeah, it's not. It's 17,000 health, and yeah, Sandy. I mean, it's not even that close. Sandy doesn't hit that hard.
Combo off of just about any range.
Walk it back, just trying to see if we bite off of a delay DP, but Fitison takes his turn out of the corner.
Even like the Giga catch out there doesn't kill.
Yeah. Oh, trying to use the ultimate. That was the previous situation that worked out so well for Zippy. Not this time.
It's a fast ass fireball.
Exactly.
It's so weird that he never gets an element. Yeah, Zippy just. I mean, he just does it, man. I've seen him use winds when he was like you know, basically on death's door. Again, my idea, I think, face rolls. I don't know. I think this is just the safest way to play Sandalphon. If you need to play him at a world-class level a month after he comes out, right? My expectation is that this is not actually the best way to play Sandy. But it's the best way to play Sandy a month in.
No capitalization there from Zippy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, Zippy's got great fundies, right? So he's making it work, too.
Sword of Damocles on that jump out, allowing for Fitison to get away.
Okay, charge the firewall.
Wait, what?
The 2U spaced out, so it's looking pretty safe.
Ooh, with the Raging Strike, sure. This is nice too. I mean, it's the corner carry, the damage, and also he loses a Brave Point, right? The resource advantage is huge.
Big damage here, but what's most important is that you have to throw the corner.
This resource advantage is very nice. Yep. You can just do this, and if he Brave counters again, I mean, it's your turn. He can't really Brave counter here. He needs to hold on to it for a little bit. Spends it. All right.
Gonna have to gain a lot.
He's cashing in.
Our beater back just to be able to get back into contention for not taking extra damage.
Yep. Partial charge off of the EX bonk. No frame trap to be found. Zippy looking for one more light confirmed to seal your fate.
The 2Ms are insane, man.
Yeah, one hit confirmed could very well do it.
It's a set point for Zippy.
Fitison needs one more round just to be
if you losing this round with what previously happened, this might be the mental shatterer. It's not happening. It's not happening. Oh my god, dude. He was scared, and he should be. But yeah, like that. Woo! That set, I saw that slipping away in real fucking time, man. Oh my god. 6XL close M, my beloved. Yep. I would have been scared. I mean, the walk-up DP, and then, you know, Fitison starts playing with so much confidence. He's got the momentum building. You know, you've lost a couple set points. You didn't quite manage to close it out. That was a spooky fucking situation. But Zippy locked in. Goddamn. All right. Have your points, you animals.
Just because Fitison is down does not mean that there aren't representatives still left. Still in that.
Sieg Nation. Yep. No more Siegfrieds. Only one European left in bracket as well. 11-10 sets like that. So that's the whole fucking point of watching this shit, man. It is so engaging. This is how much is on the line.
Too comfortable heading into that loser's quarters. Of course, we have the counter pick available for skill. You know, maybe a Siegfried.
Appreciate the picture of the moon is still there. You gotta know, man. If people ask me how big Galleon is, I gotta show them. Lest we forget. Exactly.
To potentially run into.
Well,
you believe in the lights? Put your faith in the lights.
You can vote for your player of the day by heading on over to arcsystemworks.com/AEW.
Do you require my assistance?
We've seen a number of player of the day so far. This is going to be your final.
2 correct bets in a row, boys. Get it twisted. Do get it twisted. You will triple your money as long as you keep going all in. You never stop going all in, and you will become the richest man in the world. That's all it is. The PlayStation Player of the Day.
But we have to talk about my liege. We have to talk about
my liege.
Monarch.
Gotta talk about my liege. Going all in 50K. All right, Monarch. Broken ass Matera. You underestimate how bad my gambles are? You're not getting it twisted enough. What's your opinion on Sandy's forms? Personally started off thinking water would be strongest, but in the end, was in fire more than any of the others. I think fire is the most generalist one. I think water is really good. I think it's still I'm still on that water fireball being nuts in neutral, on Oki, stuff like that. But it is significantly more like fuck-wittable in matchups against characters that have fireballs, right? But even then, I think even against the like Gran or something who's got a U fireball, it is still really good. I think it basically forces the U fireball.
And I always gotta mention.
But yeah, I think water and fire are definitely like fire is the most generalist, maybe light, I guess technically, if you want to count that. Yeah, fire is pretty good. Light's pretty good, or the light's pretty good. It's true. I like water. Earth, I ended up using Earth a lot more than I thought. I ended up using Earth a lot more. What I'm gonna use for Fairy and Lucy, probably not the same one. Fairy's a win matchup for sure, in my opinion. Water's the Milia stance. I think Fairy is a win matchup, me personally. Gabriel's neutral winner. Yeah. Lucy? I honestly don't know. And his U fireball is not gonna jump scare you ever. It could be a water matchup. Water fire. Fuck-wittable is an amazing word to describe a move. Yeah. Love me some Earth. Yeah, I ended up using Earth a lot more for corner pressure as I got higher up in in S+ and S++ and stuff like that.
That's right. Your EVO Japan 2024 qualifier rookies, one of the survivors.
With Earth, the least didn't seem that good mid-screen. Yeah, it really isn't that good mid-screen. Though I will say that there are Earth matchups, right? There are matchups where Earth is just like, I think, the de facto best element. Namely, Beatrix and Vasaraga, I think, are both Earth matchups. Because Earth Fireball stops riding free, and it also just complete, like, the multi-hits. Oh, and Vayne. Vayne, Vasaraga, and Beatrix, I think, are all Earth matchups to me. Earth's the most plus element versus Ladiva. Ladiva's a water matchup, I think. Ladiva has a really hard time with water fireball. No, wait, she can headbutt it, right? Never mind, I forgot about that. She can just headbutt. Well, I mean, even then, if you just headbutt it in neutral, it's slow enough, it's probably gonna kill you for doing that. But yeah, Ladiva's probably still a water matchup, I think. Call him by his full name, Rookies the Father Seahawks. Yeah.
Nothing is uncalculated for this Monarch guy, man.
No, I mean, I was going to say it was the dichotomy of matchups in regards to both a zoner and a very heavy rushdown player, but that one caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that.
So sick. But like you mentioned, right?
All right,
of course,
so
Matera, looking a
Monarch
lot better in V2.0,
and
all
rookies.
Of these arrows, all of the H normals as well, feeling a lot faster.
Mark's about to fall asleep. He's trying to tap into that Gamera power boost.
In between some of these zoning patterns, so I wonder if Rookies has put in enough, studying to figure out what Monarch kind of leans into.
I was watching Shark movie. Just headbutting water balls was funny as fuck to watch. Yeah.
And the H versions to try and get through those projectiles, but I wonder what Monarch has in store.
Yeah,
if you told me Ladiva's a wind matchup, that sounds so scary to me, man. Like, maybe? That sounds so scary to me, man.
Notepad, whatever you want to call it. It's just...
She's gonna kill you. She's gonna kill you for real.
To take those notes for against Rookies. And not just that, Rookies was the EVO
Man, Ladiva's EX command grab into her 623U does... Hold on. It does, like... What the fuck is 25% of 6200? 1600 is... Yeah, it does like almost 8,000 damage on Windlefall, man. It's like 7600 damage or something like that on 3 Brave points.
Do your best.
Fireball knocking down feels good. Fire does that too, though, right? Fire knocks down regular hits. The fireball's slower, but if you want to zone out, I think fire is usually safer.
This is my personal weekie.
Right? Wind to me feels more like the get-in element than the zoning element. Fire is honestly more of the zoning element. Because again, the fireball also knocks down on regular hits. I mean, I guess your speed is better in Wind.
Originally, they were kind of like a player who could,
getting killed by Ladiva for fake already hurts. I don't get killed for real. Exactly. Now I'd ever pick Wind versus Ladiva to get killed in like 2 interactions. I agree. On paper, he should never ever hit Sandy, but shit never works on it, like out like shit on paper. That's not true though, right? Like he's not able. Even in Wind form, his neutral is like not. He's not as commanding in neutral as like Abel is, right?
Taking all of those fundamentals into
Isn't fire a knockback and not a knockdown like it launches? Oh, I see what you mean. Does Wind give you?
I'm not getting tricked. I'm not getting tricked.
I see beyond the veil.
Does Wind give you like an actual? It gives you. I mean, it's a techable. It's a techable knockdown, I guess. Right.
And it's ultimate
Have a chance to tech. Wind is not hard knockdown. The Wind is the Wind fireball hard. The light Wind fireball hard knockdown. I don't think so. Rookie's hovering with Diva. My goat. Yeah, but it's not happening. It's not happening.
Heavy zoning.
Abel is commanding in neutral. Absolutely. What the fuck? Wind is the knockback, if anything. Yeah. Abel is like, dude. Abel's like the second best zoner in the game, or something like that. And he's got great buttons, right? And he's fast. And the reward for him hitting you is really high.
We want to know what's beyond the mask again. Heading into it, game number 1.
That's why Abel has any chance at all. Like that's why the Abel and Eva matchup works, right? Like my point was Abel is the matchup where genuinely you could say that Eva might literally never hit him, right? But Win Sandalphon's not built like that. He's unsafe on his U, isn't he? Nope.
Empty hand always being a fantastic
Almost every single Abel U skill besides DP is plus on block, actually. Not just unsafe, plus.
Oh, you were a little bit too early on the UDP, so the angle made it so that ultimate empty hand just worked out so well.
5 seconds in, Monarch's at 30%, that's how it'll be.
For Monarch, able to find the spot dodge.
Yeah, no,
UDP pain.
right. Just a little bit
If only my UDP was plus on block. Poor Abel mains.
But maybe a little bit
All they ever do.
to show it off.
Exactly. Take a deep breath, but how calm can you be when you're stuck against the corner? Any ultimate
What about an unfortunate matchup for Monarch? Yeah, someone was talking about that earlier too. The fact that his like first losers round thing was rookies. And there's 2 Seahawks in here though, so I mean you gotta be ready, right? Monarch was gonna have to fight one or both of these guys at some point.
That's a heartbreaker, and I think you're right?
Make my UDP plus on block arcs. It takes HP. It'll be balanced trust. Yeah. Monarch is a prepper.
Now 5L to stop the approach when the round start.
Nice character variety. Yeah. I mean, in the top 16, we had what, 2 repeats, 3 repeats? 2 Catalinas, 2 Seahawks, and 2 Beatrixes, right? So we had 13 unique characters in the top 16. Seahawks is one of the best anti-zoners, it's true, but Monarch is one of the best zoners. So. Oh, it's still a tough matchup, though, but like, there's a chance. Metera also, I mean, weirdly, it's not usually the kind of thing you would mention in like a zoner rushdown matchup, but Metera can't, like, has the potential to really kill Seahawks very quickly, right? If she gets the right hit. She does a lot of damage. She does not have a lot of health. She can do a lot of damage. Her damage is like, you know, her minimum, like her average, like minimum damage is so low, and her max damage is so high. So it's you know, broken ass sexy bow woman. Exhibit A, indeed. Not usually, like when you're talking about a zoner versus a rushdown character, you know, if you were gonna say that one of them was going to blow the other one up in like 2 interactions, you wouldn't say it would be the zoner, right? But it's both in this case. Seahawks can definitely kill Metera very easily. Metera, you know, kind of counterintuitively, can also quite quickly murder Seahawks if need be.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Airborne hit off the double close L. It's not going to be the longest combo, but again, a clean knockdown of the ultimate arrows. Trying to bait on a parry, but the back throw gets super jumped out.
Didn't quite work out. Or he didn't get a reward off it anyway. You butterfly so much fucking chip. Release me? Ooh. Could be a chance. Oh my! Wait, it has invul? He's got an infinite. The infinite. Wait, she's dead, right? Oh, wait, he couldn't extend. Oh, wait, he couldn't extend off of that?
You know, that's the optimal way to do it because once
oh no, rookies!
And it's gonna be able to finish it off this time as well.
There we go.
He could have extended off that. No, I think the gap.
Just enough damage on the board to take game.
That's a tough one. He fucked it up, yeah. It's funny that Seahawks has the infinite there, though, but yeah, the drop gave Monarch the way back. Ah, whew. He should have been able to compliment doesn't apply until he started juggle. Yeah, I think he just like he wanted like one more loop of the infinite or something. He's got a little too greedy. You can see it in his eyes how that drop feels. Yeah. Yeah, I think he could have since he was grounded. No, he definitely. I'm not. It wouldn't have been compliment at all. Yeah, I'm saying more so, like he could have linked off that or canceled into that after like done one fewer rep of the infinite and just like started a combo.
That's why rookie's going to the jump.
Other parry be useless in the matchup. I forgot he can choose to go airborne, like a perfect solution, but an interesting option. Yeah, and also he can also teleport like forwards, right? The parry does have anti-projectile options built in for sure. Isn't Rookie's a dad? He's got to win to feed his family. I mean, he's got to lock in for his son and daughter then. Because those kind of, I mean, that infinite is really fucking cool, but and using the install to like the invuln on the install too to punish that was really cool. But shit is, unfortunately, the way the world goes, it's unfair like this. This is the most understandable time of the year since Grand Blue release to be dropping combos, and simultaneously is the least acceptable place to drop your combos, you know? Like, it's, like, obviously, of course, you'll be nervous and dropping shit in Arc World Tour Finals. Of course. Also, you really can't afford to drop combos here. It's kind of fucked up. Do it for her, for real.
trying to use the empty hand to bait out either a raging strike or a throw, whichever would.
It's kind of an infinite feedback loop too. That's why like people, you know, competitors with such strong mental is always so impressive. Because like, you know, of course you'll drop combos. It's stressful, but that, you know, also you can't afford to drop combos. It makes it more stressful, which makes it kind of more understandable to drop combos. But then like, you know, you can't drop combos even more, man. And it just loops in forever. Monarch is so good at this game, for real.
And you are seeing why here. Now Thunderflash is back up, so we could see that one more time.
Oh my god, my health, man. Help me.
I was scared when I saw that back. That's the triple. Still
Like, I feel like he lost like 3,000 health in chip over like the butterfly, the U arrow. And so I was in frame 1 info, it's 5 to 14, and yet it worked out. Get chipped, cat boy, so true.
Something like that. Remember, there is run recovery in this game.
Yeah, exactly. You can't dash block.
You cannot dash block in this game. Thank God.
The short hop to go over the empty hand, smart from Monarch.
Yeah, we saw the attempt at that earlier in the set. It failed, but this time.
Terra corner jail is real. Yeah, it got even better after the buffs too, right? Because he has gapless cancels into her arrows now too.
Break your own combo, but still built up the space that you need.
You empty hand, sure.
Empty hand is always going to be prevalent if you're shooting fireballs. So Monarch not ready for it this time, unfortunately.
Yeah. Still got 50 in the bank.
Rookies has to feed his family, his innocent family of 4. Cat boy.
We're going to even up the BP situation and then some.
He's yelping over there.
No, opposite not go for the Skybound Art because the Shadow Clone Super. Okay.
I love being plus a billion. It doesn't do anything. Arxis, you gave me a super that doesn't do anything, man. Why did you?
To keep it clean, Monarch up 2-0.
Yeah,
Rookies is suffering.
Tournament combos, and that's why you have
I spent 100 meter to do nothing, Arxis. It's not fair.
But yes, the tail of the
Is this like survival mode? No, don't. No. You tell me he's just aura farming?
But the next 2
He's boss Seox?
You see, Rookies, he's checking the notes right now. He's like, dustloop.com/Matera/Zephyr/5U.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
hit aura farms, I guess.
Draw inspiration from the fam.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Remember who it's all for.
Rookies looks like. No, he's not. I was gonna say he's not checking.
Hard read.
No, he's checking. He's not checking the dust loop. He's checking the daughter. Not like this. If you ever needed a power up, guilt him. Monarch, you better get up right now. Get up and DQ yourself.
It's game number 3.
This is Rookie's gonna have to do
you monster, Monarch. Have you no hearts? Daughter loop, yep.
Alright, BC on the empty hand.
The ultimate counterplay to Matera is love.
But nothing found off of the belay arrow.
Yeah, you know, you want to try to get the Thunder
Monarch channel MJ, fuck them kids.
The ultimate skill.
Hold on a second.
You'd love this as well.
All right, rough start here for Rookie.
That's a crazy thing to say. I read that out because I was like, haha, yeah, I got it. Like, that was the one quote, right? But that's a wild thing to say. That's an insane thing to say.
The mash out right there is going to be able to get away.
Would you zone me out after seeing my children? Yeah.
I like the walk forward down back again. The threat of that ultimate.
A quick little like a homie die, a homie stock.
Yeah, that might come back to haunt.
Beat him even more.
Wow, stoicism right there.
It's the MJ for me. That's insane. I did not process that. I gotta be careful reading these messages in Twitch chat, man. You guys are even fucking landmines in there for me. Ooh, all right.
Yeah, Seox known to be the
Monarch is an evil soul, no love in his heart.
Showed it right there with the startup of the ultimate claw.
Rapidly approaching your location. I hired this 6 to chase you down.
That's great. I hired this 6 to stare at you.
Oh yeah, tried to go for the anti-air right there, but already setting up it was Rookies.
Ooh, good. Far M anti-air.
From anti-airing you twice if your skill is on cooldown.
If the counterplay to Matera is love, why does Diva lose to her? That matchup's even. Probably. I don't know. Maybe not post buff.
Yeah. And I mean, you notice Monarch was not even pressing anything because empty hand.
Brother plays with Terry, you think he knows Mercy?
Exactly. Even up the detonation, you already know.
All I have to do is show that picture and Monarch became the villain. But the thing is, Monarch might get a villain buff though. Thoughts?
Nice! Use the crouch light to make sure that they were under the Hell's Gate.
He got like the Majin Vegeta buff. He needed Babidi to unlock the man that he used to be. Oh my god. What the? Alright. We're gonna have to find the college fund somewhere else, honey. I'm sorry.
Rookies, this could be your last chance to stay alive in the loser side.
Oh no, my baby girl. She's going to public school. Oh fuck.
That was a parallel of the beginning of this set where Monarch had failed to do that.
For my kids now.
Exactly. Changing Fate's episode, catching me.
Monarch will feed the family. Oh my, no, he's feeling himself too much.
There's still
No, you can't do that. Wait, can't you for the culture? For the children? Oh god, fuck this butterfly, man.
Seals rookie's fate with the 3-1. All things start with Monarch doing Ultimate Butterfly, and they end with Ultimate Butterfly.
Sending rookies back to his 9 to 5 is insane. You can't.
Yeah. That was a hard-fought battle.
That's a
right there for
fucked up
rookies.
thing to say.
3-0 from
That's
Monarch.
fucked up. You can't say that.
But again, let's give it up
You can't say sending him back to his 9 to 5, man. Marxist nerf this character for children. They're our future. That's right. This chat is demonic.
Yeah, there is also
It's Sunday. You said you got work tomorrow, big bro. You said you got work tomorrow, Unk. That's straight up evil. He said don't forget to clock in tomorrow. That's extra poignant when you know Seahawks helps out a town full of orphans. I didn't know that. Monarch's notebook's actually the Death Note?
Yeah,
Fuck.
terrifying, but
Don't shoot me, I have kids. It's a little sad, we gotta joke soften the blow. That's fair, that's fair. Sometimes you gotta laugh so you don't cry.
2024 champion for Grambly Rising.
Yes, that's
My
right.
God.
But before we do that, we're gonna have to take a quick break.
Quick break? Alright, sounds good. Oh, see, sorry. So we got, are we doing winners finals right now? Probably, right?
Shutout versus skill.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
So Rialzo and Toro?
Rialzo versus Totoro.
I can run Wilds on high settings, but not fully maxed out settings. True. So in my case, I could do it, but I'd run the risk of bricking my PC. Exactly.
That's right. Gamera and Zippy. Now, Gamera and Zippy were both people who have traveled left and right.
I forget who said. I heard someone say it in the group stages though. Might have been J2. But someone said Gamera, and it made me realize that probably is how you say that shit, huh? Like you know, it's Gamera.
Because of that.
I always say Gamera, but I think it's Gamera.
That is one of the reasons why there are people to look at.
Okay, I'm here in time. You missed a little bit. You missed the first 4 matches. But we're here now.
I gotta teach you a lesson. Let me show you how it's really done.
So I can't believe that happened to me for real. 19? Yeah, Zippy's a little guy, man.
The old guard versus the new guard.
Yes, exactly.
Straight and true. And so now we're gonna figure out how.
Again, I think maybe it was Benjamin. Someone called Wilds a zip bomb that you pay for if you can't run it, and I found that very entertaining. Very accurate.
Transfer between all of these characters beyond the cast. I mean, we've been
feel old seeing all these youngins.
This character that, you know,
for real.
A lot of us had some doubts when Zippy was saying.
That was me. Yes, yeah. Luckily, I am like, you know, I'm still young enough to like, you know, some of the older fellas in this top 8, they're older than I am still. You know, like the people in their 30s and stuff like that. I'm turning 26 in like 2 weeks. I'm a young man. I love Wilds, about to stick it to Gormagala. I don't mean to yuck anyone's young. I had a fun time with Wilds. I kind of fell off of it. I don't know. It didn't like I'm like 30-something hours in. I didn't quite hold my attention. I think I kind of got a little bored. But the game, I understand. I definitely see the appeal for sure. I expected more mid-20s. Not gonna lie. Yeah, you're right. It is like there's a lot of like, you know, there's a 19-year-old and like a 20-year-old and then like like a 33-year-old and a 35-year-old.
Well, we're in season 2, luckily.
I guess
I'm just handicapping myself by only playing Greatsword. Fair.
It's
It's no Relink to you? I would say I had a much more fun time with Relink, yes. No 50-year-old representation. I'd say I'm playing something not so dangerous, but Skyrim with 2700 mods is not so much better. It's a game made for game nights with bros and sisters? Yeah, that's fair. I will say, like, again, this is not anything against Wilds, right? But I will say, like, the argument of, like, it's fun with friends, I usually don't put too much stock in, because I feel like, you know, if, like, me and some of my, like, close friends, if we, like, got together and got in a circle and kicked each other in the nuts repeatedly, right? I think that would be really fun. Gamba? Oh, so true.
I was actually going to say the same thing.
You know, I feel like that'd be really fun. And even though the activity itself is not fun, but, like, doing, like, you know, doing literally anything with friends can be very, very enjoyable.
They do not have Lucilius under the belt right now, the characters they qualified with, but they do have the wind element behind them.
Everything's fun with your friends, exactly.
For one of the first times, probably wants that movement.
Entered stance. I mean, yeah, this, dude, this probably is a wind matchup, right? But it's just so terrifying that it's a wind matchup. I think Wilds be complete with the Master Rank experience, like how Iceborne completed World. That's not a good thing, but it's how it is. That's fair, yeah. With the DLC, it'll be a much more fully complete experience for sure.
That's the big thing right here.
Like the really tough shit is gonna be in there, probably.
The fact that that's so much
why is he in wind elements? To get in on Versuja, right? But I mean, it's really scary because
matchup specificity we're seeing.
I think this being a win matchup actually makes sense in terms of if you ignore the damage penalty for a sec. But yeah, he is trying to zone her out. Yeah. I guess you're right. Actually, he's not actually. He has not been trying to get in really. I guess he is using wind as a zoning element. I mean, that makes sense in this context because, yeah, if you're not going to try it, getting in on Versuja with wind honestly sounds scary, to be completely real with you.
Cannot feel comfortable throwing out the EX pillar.
Yeah, I mean, look at the ranges that Zippy's playing.
Look at that throw damage, man.
6XL such a prominent factor in this matchup. Had to even use ultimate pillar just to be able to get in.
Yeah, exactly. You just wanted to secure the Oki. He's like, I cannot pin the Zippy guy down.
Oh, no grit? Gritless and Arc World Tour Finals.
Now it's one touch apiece with 20 seconds left on the clock.
But just outside of the range that Zippy wanted to be in, getting caught by the ultimate fireball.
If Zippy of all people using an element, there's a reason, yeah. This guy like stays in light all the fucking time, right? Air dash is a little too easy to just like reaction 2H is the problem. It's very reactable. Again, someone called it a strive air dash at some point, and that's very accurate, right? It's a pretty easy to fuck with. Like it only kills people if you catch them preempted. Like if you go over a fireball or something, right? But if they're just sitting there, they're gonna kill you.
Exactly, a very clean knockdown. Didn't decide to refresh the stock though on that install.
Yep, no reason to do it right now. Trying to stay nice and safe.
Fire Fawn.
This time. Interesting.
Yeah,
see the neutral skip.
Flames are a little bit better of a matchup. Elemental release for the guard crush plus frames.
Oh.
Spot dodge. Can you punish that if you spot dodge it early enough? You can punish anything. But like, is that a reasonable thing to punish with spot dodge? It's minus on block regardless. Strive's the best comparison. Yeah.
So this combo still just barely a little bit too far from the corner for that far L to connect.
This just proves he doesn't think light is purely better. Again, my guess is again, light is objectively the safest element, and that I assume consistency is real big.
Push Zippy out of the range that he likes to be in.
Yeah, trying to bait out a BC or an ultimate DP from Zippy, but nothing to be found. But the counter hit Lariat.
I love being dead.
Say it with your chest, Gamera. That's game one.
Yeah, you want to talk about 50% meter jump.
Is Gamera messing up that corner to corner? Why isn't that combo? Which one? Sometimes he's a little too far away to get the far end pick up afterwards. Hey, look, Gamera fell back asleep. You guys notice this? Didn't know she combo off 2-1-4L on counter hit. Honestly, bro, she can combo off fucking everything. Why is Zippy hot? I mean, fair enough.
No, I mean, especially considering Gamera has been using.
He's got the Hawaiian shirt on and stuff. Reason why consistent characters are tourney winners. Yeah. Again, I think Sandy can be consistent with the elements, but again, I think it's a much until you have a lot of experience with the character, I think it's a much easier thing to get yourself killed doing accidentally. Gamera needs to lock out to do well. I mean, yeah, he looks sleepier and he's doing better. I don't know. Is that a different shirt from last time on Zippy? I think he was wearing the same thing earlier, but call him Drippy. Gamera unlocks. Oh, yeah, both of them really quick on the reaction there, of course. Oh no, confirm on the far out. Not like this. Okay.
Yeah, failed the nature check, failed the 6
Talking good-looking Arc World 2 players, we gotta mention Koji. I don't know how old Koji is, so I'm gonna, he looks pretty young, so I'm not gonna go there.
Gamera using everything, trying to catch the shimmy right now, but
Koji's like 18. Okay. It's better than better than the alternatives.
So ahead in this round on the HP.
Already with a free BC to get back just before the H fireball.
Citizen's pretty good looking, has nice hair. When he had the beard, it was pretty spicy. True.
Due to the fact that they most likely want, the BP back. Paradise lost.
Out.
Close H, SSBA just drained the BP, like you said.
No, I'm with you, Bonjaman. I know.
UDP available if we want to try and escape, but
I was a little nervous for a second. Say goodbye to all your BP and most of your health. You wouldn't die, would you?
Safe jump right there. No BP there from Gamera to be able to get out of that, so the safe jump was perfect.
Running into so many Sandys to do his lunge move and DP after it's just a free win. It'll work one time, that's it. You can do stuff like that, yeah, but it's definitely like you have to. It should be a surprise option, like a. Damn. Started the dash already, and yeah. Ooh. Caught, yep. That dash speed, man. I mean, yeah, it's that, and it's also just, it's a 45 frame animation to go into those elements, man. You really can't, like, doing it in neutral like that is really, it can be risky. It was a very good read by Gamera, though. Like, he was so far away. Gamera basically had to start, he started that dash preemptively, right? He got that sleep install for real.
Yep, with punish right there.
Does it need to install?
For the sweep, but just a little too close. Yeah, honestly, with
out.
Things that you think might be spaced correctly are just actually a little bit inside her range.
Yeah, exactly. Such a threat, especially with that tracking EX pillar and these normals. They're so good at holding down the mid.
Okay, yep, gets the confirm off the white woman far L that time. Sure, sure.
Yeah, it may not be
One wall bounce. Oh, 2 wall bounce. Okay.
Humanly possible. All the way to the next corner, and yes, the 5L from
Save me.
so far away.
He's dead, right? He's just dead.
You're
Yeah.
gonna go for a deep dash against someone with a 5L like that.
Yep. Dead almost before he even got launched, man.
Oof.
Gamera's found Zippy's timing, unfortunate. Yep.
No reaction.
I mean, that's Gamera.
He should be if it doesn't drop. I'm telling you, look at him. He looks sleepier. He's doing better. His eyes were too open in that set against who did he fight? He fought Riazo, right? He was like too awake, right? He was like he was wide awake. He lost 3-1. He looks like he's literally passing away. He's gonna win 3-0. Looks like. It's the classic, man. He had to just walk off stage, get a little bit tired, go to sleep a little, drink some like anti-coffee.
It genuinely looks like he's thinking about
Vegeta 5L being level 2 is crazy for how big it is.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard the.
Can you see the Lucy? You think he switched? No. No.
yeah, I mean, you know, you do have a
Also, it's like such a bad matchup against Versuja these days, right? How the when the fuck are you 5-viewing against Versuja, man?
but Versuja,
Gamera's if Gamera's eyes ever fully close, his sixth sense opens. Yeah, if the aliens have the laser pointed at the planet, and we need someone to we just need someone to win a Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising set against them. All we have to get fully asleep Gamera somehow. If we get him on the sticks, he's the best shot humanity's got, man.
not a good battle.
Yeah.
And so
You know, partially asleep Gamera, one of the best in the world for sure, right? He could win this whole thing. Right, but it's a conversation. It's a toss-up. Fully asleep, Gamera? No one's touching that guy.
Oh my god, and the misfire as well. Just
I promise you. Bring some 5-hour EP in.
yeah, if that spot dodge was maybe a little bit earlier, would have been a
I see the vision. If you're mellowed out, you make more calm decisions. He's dead. This is 25% more damage. He's so dead. He's so dead. The super didn't even start yet.
The SBA link should kill.
This is one of the reasons
25% extra damage is a hell of a thing to give Versuja.
for most of her damage.
Yeah.
You have to do optimal, yep. What rank do you think the aliens are in Grand Blue? I mean, I think, you know, they got S ranks, they got A ranks, they got B ranks. They've got some killers though, for sure.
Just a deceptive amount of range for that light normal.
Already, again,
I think he might have survived. Yeah.
Far between, but that's why Zippy is just getting caught with them.
Yeah.
Not Iguodala.
And that 5L so,
You good at Grand Blue?
The recovery so quick in the mid screen.
Yep, now already to the corner now Versuja. This is where Zippy has put in a lot of pressure, but no, finally with the bust out, Gamera.
Gamera on set point. Gamera, true. Gamera.
I was saying Dragon Punch is maybe rare, but
Oh my god! Is he dead again? No, I don't think so. If he was in wind, he was dead again. By a lot, actually. But, oh my god!
But it was a delayed tech.
Yeah, Versuja might be bottom 5. I don't know.
Yeah, Gamera was very plus right
Raising win against Versuja of all characters. He's trying to zone her out, to be fair. But, like, yeah, it has some downside to it. At least it secures the Versuja nerfs. I don't know about all that. And lost my points. Yeah, Zippy out at 5th right there. Gambling is bad, kids? Nope. Nope, don't believe it. Versuja is very damaged. That's correct. She is very damaged. Versuja champ looking more and more so. My break butts. Zippy still walks out with like 2K. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, at this point, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Gamera winning that. Casually going all in on every Gamba and losing every time. Okay. Think about it though. Keep going all in. Now, see, now you have to go all in on whoever the underdog is, and you'll just eventually become a millionaire. It's easy. You'll win. I think you hit on the next one. Yeah, exactly. Need some monster right now. Monster will really hit right now. A little bit of monster. Need some monster. All the aliens are master Nier players, and they want her rebuffed.
Yes. I mean, hey, some of these players inspire me, even if they haven't made the W.
Character has already been picked for the next Masters run. True.
Side, right? Is all I'm saying.
You can chill. You can chill. I have no reason to bet anymore. I should give you guys something else to use the channel points on. Maybe. I think no. Maybe after we get everyone to master, we could talk. But if I just win enough times in a row, I'll be rich. Exactly. All right. Listen, skill. I need skill. Listen, Monarch seems like a really nice guy. I need skill to kill him. Though, right? I want Sora's at least to make it, you know, as far as he can.
exactly. Been tearing it up.
I still, you know, still could win this from losers.
So fast and so
This Gambit for the sake of it, for the love of the game.
The different trajectories and speeds of the arrows to try and keep you at bay. Yes,
you only need to win 27 games of blackjack to be a billionaire. Exactly.
For the jump scare, but against the onslaught, how do we make?
I'm rooting for my Blaze Blue brethren. Also fair.
Secondary Siegfried just in case, or do we stick with our guns on the?
I thought she was getting upplayed, but she's kind of nice. The big thing that kind of shifted her, my opinion on her is like basically I was like, yeah, this character's fucking crazy, right? She's got all of this, the damage, the neutral, right? She's got like a solid like kit for like pseudo zoning, but more so just like space control with her fireballs and her pillars and stuff like that. You know, like all of this is so good about her, but she has bad defense. Is what I used to say, right? That's what I said for like several 8 months after she came out or something. And then I was like, well, she doesn't. Turns out I was just wrong. I was just lying the whole time. Not lying, but I was wrong. I just kind of fundamentally misunderstood, in my opinion, what it meant to have good or bad defense in this game. And then once I was like, wait a minute, she actually has like pretty fucking good defense. I was like, well, what? This character kind of doesn't really have a very meaningful weakness. Her DP is unfortunately horrid, but you can just mash. Yeah. Really, I'm like, this character turns out, also Gamba up if you want. Yeah, this character just doesn't have a huge weakness, as it turns out. And then she got buffed basically indirectly in the Season 2 patch, right? Probably all the changes, like the Brave counter nerf and the DP nerf are all good for her. So,
especially with a lot of the players that especially got more into it with the.
If she's a top tier, I don't really mind much.
Not super common, especially in V1.0 of.
No meterless DP, bottom one, for real. That's true. That's pretty true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. That's true. That's pretty true. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and that's pretty true. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. Unsure on the BC part, but definitely. If she can mash, she can't even punish C Greco. 5L nasty though.
Yeah, depending on who wins this tournament online.
She can OSC Greco with 2U sometimes. It's not great for her.
We've seen World Tour Finals influence ranked before.
But she got up there for best 2M in the game. Definitely has the best 2L in the game. I mean, probably the best 4L in the game. He's got some good buttons to mash on. Certainly.
Monarch did a great job of that versus rookies.
Yeah, I really like the UD. Like, even if you have a meterless DP, using your UDP is even more incentivized than it used to be, right? I definitely didn't know her 2L was +7. Isn't that funny, man? Isn't it funny that she's the only character in the game that gets an auto combo off hitting her 2L?
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of in now, right?
5L is a horrific crime. Maybe, yeah. It's a little bit. It's really good. Maybe it's a little dramatic, but it's a really good move for sure.
2-3-step process to try and avoid any of these
2L is the real crime? I mean, unfortunately, like, porque no los dos, you know, like, el doble.
Opting not to toss into the corner, still getting the counter hit, though.
Yeah. Okay, waited out past the butterfly and just
Chesto. Get Chesto. It was on cooldown. It's going to be a little bit less damage, right? Half damage for U skills like that. They make each other better, yeah. That raw 2-1-4 U ender, the U Aura, that does so much damage. I was not aware. And it gives him a safe jump, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it.
They did that because they can't cancel her 2L or her 5L into 5L or itself, but she can link 3 2Ls, so. Also, I mean, yeah. I think 2L could be +6 on hits. So you can go 2L, 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 but not 2L, 5L. That seems like a fair nerf, I think.
Definitely not what you're looking for at the full screen. Trying to avoid the onslaught of arrows, but nothing to be.
You punch like his best ender, yep.
First round there to Monarch, looking good.
Matera looks so fun to play. I just like the sadism to play zoners. Yeah, the grab. I don't know what he's doing with the grab either.
Whatever rendition of Way to the World is in whatever video game, I love it.
I know, it goes so hard. But to be or not to be for skill here. Again, getting caught out by Zephyr.
Yep.
Oh, she recovered it. She canceled it into the spot dodge. It wasn't a recovery. Yeah, the far H can be canceled. That's true. Canceled the far H into spot dodge on the armor. Monarch's maybe too good at this game. That's not okay. Some damn good reactions. First time I've ever seen that interaction. I mean, yeah. RH is so good, yeah. I mean, yeah, that works because it's a normal, right? Hit the armor, cancel the spot dodge on the hit. That's absolutely correct. Matera 2-2U is pretty fucked up. It's true. It's a damn good move. The butterflies in general are like, you know, like a very large portion of Matera's power budget as a character is in those butterflies, right? Like if these butterflies, like, take that away from her for a second, obviously every character gets worse. You just remove one of her specials. Like if Matera doesn't have those butterflies, she like doesn't have zoning, right? She doesn't have zoning. She doesn't have conversions, right? She really doesn't have any kind of threat at all, realistically. Matera is kind of not a character without those butterflies, and with them, she's pretty good, honestly, solid. She's okay.
Pushing away.
tracking off the ultimate butterfly. How do we make our way into the dash?
Oh, no, man.
The butterfly
Her fire is also really good. That's true. That's true.
And Monarch takes game 1.
Yeah, that Butterfly putting in so much work in every matchup that Monarch has played.
The U butterfly convergence.
Yes.
Save me.
Might as well. I mean,
Save
especially
me.
because a lot of these L or EX arrows, we've been seeing a lot of good timing from Skill. Clearly studied on, okay, let me wait it out, retreat a little bit, and then dash punch so that I can avoid the amount
Does
of time
close
that
H feel so weird to use, honestly? I don't even know what her close H looks like.
So well with the 2H to start it off. Skill is up against this West Coast.
Monarch's looking unbeatable.
And that's going to be the hardest part to get out because we were already having
a
trouble
new day.
approaching Matera. Now you have to be able to get out of the corner on top of that.
He said, dude, help me.
It's the 2Ls plus 7 on hits. Yeah, she can go 2L into 5L into a full combo if she's close enough.
Exactly.
5L is pretty far, and she doesn't have to worry about proximity normal distance, right? So as long as it's within 5L's range, which is pretty big, then she can, yeah, go 2L into a full auto combo. Which I believe she's the only character in the game that can just do that, right? No one else gets 2L into auto combo? I'm pretty sure.
Is going to be able to get the W.
Well, I mean, from the ranges that she can, anyway. I think so. You can cancel 2L into close L for a lot of characters, but like from the ranges that she can do it, where her like it's not like a combo, it's like a poke. Her 2L is like poking out to you. Narmaya and Lancelot have 5Ls, but they're really small. Yeah, everyone, normal characters can just cancel 2L into auto combo, right? But again, like you have to be like basically right. You have to be in proximity normal distance to do that. Right?
Skill is gonna love that. Going for the throw.
When Matera got buffed, Zeron did congratulate Monarch on winning Arc World Tour. That's funny.
Finally able to make it lethal. Skill ties up the rounds.
Yeah, this is why.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Because if he does not play like that, Skill does that to him. He just gets in there and destroys him.
Have to lead these ambiguous staggers, these gaps to make it so that Skill doesn't feel, you know, super comfortable committing to the full dash punch.
Trying to find the right time to cross over these arrows, but you know, Monarch placing these in situations where the butterfly could or could not get hit, and it's ambiguous for Skill.
Yep. And these micro dashes are so crucial. Monarch just backing.
It is Monarch. I'm like watching these arrows, trying to be like, what do you do here, right? He really does make it look like the zoning has no way out, right?
Yeah, it's paying off.
Oh, doesn't get the conversion though.
Conversion was maybe waiting to try to reset.
Too slow. 11 frame startup on that armor. It takes a long time, man.
He's got to make something happen.
Oh my god. Okay, did it again. On cooldown, so less damage. Dies to DP here is the one thing you got to worry about a little bit. Gets the throw, sure. Oh, catches him mashing, misses. That hit confirm could have been everything, man. I think he could have killed off that hit confirm, maybe, and instead he's gonna go down 2-0. Oh boy.
All but checkmated there. A second game on the board for Monarch. We saw.
All right.
That's rough, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, the spot dodge timing. I mean, you have to be ready for a second arrow there.
I think Bro's checkmated there after the BC.
Alive, but now, 2 games on the board. One.
I mean, Matera has so many different ways to do chip damage. Bottom 5, by the way, no. I think Matera is pretty firmly not there anymore. Or Bros, yeah.
Exactly.
Character loyalists need spares for this exact sort of situation. Like Sam LaFon. I don't think Matera's that good, by the way, but I think she's probably escaped bottom tier this patch.
Yeah, exactly.
Mid, high tier? I would say more so mid tier. Like I don't even know that she's. I still don't think Matera. I think this is still mostly Monarch, right? I would say like more so like you know. Yeah, more like low mid tier. Upper end mid, maybe. Right. This is still mostly Monarch, right? Don't get it twisted. And by mostly, I mean all of these people. It's 99% them and 1% their character, right? Matera top 1, broken ass sexy bowman, as I said before. Yeah. Indeed. I think skill. I'm not. Listen, this is my boy right here. I want Sora's to do well, which means I want skill to do well. I mean, Skill is a nice guy too, but I'm not gonna pretend that I'm like a lifelong skill fan or anything. I was like Swords. But I don't know about all this. I don't know about all this. It's looking kind of. He's looking kind of dead. He's looking kind of dead already, actually.
Recognizing that is able to take the game by doing it before the armor comes out.
Took the game and took the set by storm.
Monarch
is gonna move.
That's tough. All right.
Over
Monarch looking really scary today, man.
Masterclass.
Hang on, any character, it's always the player, despite whether the character's broken or not. Oh, absolutely. Again, this is. I was saying this, bro. Back when Nier was running around, if you're ass, you're not getting results. I don't care how good your character is, right? Like, we got to be very careful in these discussions to not lose sight of the fact that it is 99.5% the player at this level. In like S rank, maybe not, but at this level, it's like 99.5% the player, right? Now, the thing becomes though, when everyone's that good, you know, the slight differences in your character's strength or the matchup or whatever are gonna like start really mattering, right? You need every single one of those inches, but.
That is somebody who takes notes for real.
Yeah, exactly, and ready for it. Even off of the win, right? We saw him, you know, referring to the notebook, thinking
character has to be broken to a truly horrid degree for like a mid-tier player to get results with them. Yeah.
Once I'm ready to see it, what is my
matchup charts are exactly for 5-5, 6-4 discussions for equally skilled players. Yeah.
I'd love to present the top 8 graphic right here to you guys.
This is what it feels like for you watching Charlotta. What do you mean by that?
Top 4 now. There's very few competitors.
Or Zeron? Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is the cream of the crop. This is the
like, I definitely don't look at what Zeron does and go, this Charlotta character seems pretty good to me.
Over in the winners finals, it's NA versus Japan.
I'm more like, this Zeron guy's kind of fucking insane.
The loser semis, we'll see that in just a second.
Ryazo and Toro.
Up for our next set.
Thank God there's so few good Materas with like pure torture for skill. Yeah.
The question is, can I make this guy
Monarch Gamera? Yeah.
Right? And if Toro thinks you can, we saw a change up in his play that he's like, all right, for once, I'm not going to make love to down back.
Seox Percival. It's like the first fucking time that I've seen this set or something. What, Seox Percival? What the fuck does this look like?
And if he thinks that you can stop him from doing that,
Toro my fave for winning right now for sure. I mean, it's got to be one of these two.
I don't know, man.
Just like mathematically, one of these two is definitely the favorite.
3-1 over Gamera, and now moving on to this winners finals, trying to take a name.
Gal needs some of my ins.
Right? Again, that 2-0 upset.
Gal's been playing insane all weekend. Yeah, man.
In the winner's side of this top 8 to begin with.
Yeah, kind of the bane of Japan, right? With defeating Gamera.
The bane of Japan.
Rookies.
Exactly.
And now, I mean, hey, look, I'm just saying if it happens, we have to solidify the title, right?
The bane of Japan.
But let's see if we're going to be able to hold on.
The Japanese Slayer, yeah, sure.
Yeah, gotta get those.
Did anyone expect these characters on winners finals? I mean, yeah, like, you know, just because of the players that we know are attached to them, maybe. You know, like there's 2 Seoxes in here, you know, rookies and Ryazo, but yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's gonna
look, a character being broken is just a bonus. Besides that, it's all player decisions. Okay, let's not. We don't go too far, too, right? Like again, still, again, there's a point certainly where like when everyone you're fighting is really fucking good, you need every advantage you can get, right? So like how strong a character is does matter, and that's why you notice that most top level players are not character specialists, right? They play whatever the most broken thing is because you need those advantages to beat Gamera, you know, to beat like etc. So. I'm laughing at the button check. But yes, it's I agree.
What's going on through his brain? Trading off trading mode combos. They're trading off trading mode combos right now. But okay, yeah,
they do it, man.
I mean, yes, we have seen most of the people who pick that character during button checks play that character for the set. At
exactly, yeah.
And so it could absolutely be the Siegfried this time.
Yeah,
Seox Siegfried?
Yeah. Percival's the character that it's known for, but
maybe. I mean, maybe.
Siegfried is cracked.
Exactly.
For me, it's fine to acknowledge character strengths and don't down people's achievements. I agree, yeah. Which is why, like, again, like, you know, people, like, if, you know, if Toro wins this, yeah, it's gonna be like, damn, this Percival character's been broken the whole time. I can't believe no one plays him. It's like, nah. I mean, Percival's good, right? But, like, again, it's really, you know, if that wins, it goes, oh, wow, this Toro guy's fucking nuts. Not like, suddenly, it has been revealed to me in a dream that Percival is really good. Nah, man, it's this way, you know. It's been revealed to me in a dream that Toro's amazing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Flame Carpet and Seox. Matera Champion's top 1 broken. I actually, like, I almost don't want Monarch to win just because of, like, just this dumb shit I'm gonna have to read if he does. You know what I mean? Like, he seems like a nice guy. I got nothing against him. But, like, the shit I'm gonna have to read people say if the only fucking Matera in, like, top 64 of the Arc World Tour, like, even, you know, even in the fucking top 8 of all the other tournaments and shit. Like the only Matera in that whole thing, and that's gonna be like, oh, because of tournament results, this character must be broken.
Yeah, and immediately trying to take pressure right after that gate was Toro walking the overhead. Yeah, knowing when to take.
Are people saying Kakeru, he was playing JP, so it doesn't count that he won Capcom Cup? That stuff is always so funny because, like, it's such. I mean, it's a self-report in 100 different ways, right? But it's also like it's such like a. It's like kindergarten level reasoning because it's like, all right, have you tried playing JP and winning Capcom Cup? If it's so easy, I feel like that's the obvious second question, right? Gamba, oh, so true. Oh, also that was Monarch.
Running away with it is Riazo, trying to force a PC. They're finally coming.
Alright, you get to cheat a little bit. You get to cheat a little bit. We've already seen a little bit of it. This is Riazo and Toro. The reasoning is mega. Yeah, like it just doesn't make sense. Like it's like if you thought about it for longer than 1 second, you'd be like, well, I guess I should just play JP and win Capcom Cup for free. Actually, wait a minute, I could win $1 million right now.
Another thing that gave Riazo mileage, it's that movement.
What is that more optimal?
SBA on deck.
Oh my god, I guess it is. Where is he? Where did combo limit go? Riazo makes me think this often, I'm not gonna lie to you. Where did combo limit go? Where was he? I feel like Siegfried was launched for like so much of that combo.
That trophy just barely out of the peripheral vision of these competitors. They're fighting for that prize.
To be fair, how good we think characters are is directly linked to what we understand they can do. Seeing top players win can understand we change people's opinions. That's fair. I mean, if you've like never seen, you know, what like high-level Matero looks like, and you see Monarch play, and you're like, oh, he can do things that I've never seen before. That's fair.
Yeah, really double down.
But very different thing from just disavowing the player's accomplishment basically for the character they're playing. Which unfortunately, you know, when someone goes like, oh, you know, Monarch won Arc World Tour, turns out this Matera character's broken. It does inevitably lead to those sorts of discussions, I fear. I think Seahawks has no combo limit like Lance. I don't know, man. I feel like multiple, like individual separate hits happened right there, and it just, yeah. It never came.
If you start using your Brave counters too early, all of a sudden that HP differential doesn't matter quite as much. Walk it out.
And what seemed like, you know, somebody trying to put it into Riazo's tempo.
Something that often versus Sieg is very brave. Well, how about he 2H?
Open up a lad, just so content to down back in the corner. Ooh, finally, the 6XL finds it.
Yeah, you tried to get the lad to do a 2M from full range. And
what's the lad, by the way? What is he?
That's when you would punish them into Skybound.
Yep.
It does all the time.
You live with a sliver, but
sadly, yeah.
A couple chip
overhead.
Don't even have to worry. It's the
that was a late ass overhead. Dude, Riazo's popping off like all the. He's living off the energy right now. Riazo will jump until he finally gets anti-aired, and then he'll jump again, and you'll never expect it. It's the lad. What's the lad?
Yeah, so many of these guard button jumps or guard button, you know, fate something into an empty low, but finally just go back to layer 1. Keep it simple.
Talking about a character being broken was also apparent when B-Paul was popping off. Like the top one fairy meme, but ironically there was some thinking she was overtuned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people are just, you know, overreacting to things is more exciting. I understand it on like a fundamental level. It's more exciting to be like, why can she do that? Than like, oh, you know, we'll play. But like, you know, you gotta hold yourself back a little bit. Never expect the 15th neutral jump. It's true. But doesn't know the lad. That's what makes my head.
Gonna find the far L for Riazo. It's gonna find.
Earnest Smash tier list prioritize reliability in tournament over a character's max capabilities. I mean, I would hope that every tier list does, basically, but yeah. That should be what every tier list is, basically, right? I mean, like if you don't prioritize reliability in tournaments, Abel is obviously top 1, right? Like if like a character's maximum is what matters. Abel is like, you know, basically like, you know, he's in his own tier up there.
Stagger and that 2M just reaching on the claws. Riazo a 3rd round in a row.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for Riazo to slow down there.
I understand people getting overexcited for sure.
Because look at the life lead.
Exactly. Look at the life lead. Look at the positioning. I'm in the middle of the screen. Like, what's the worst that happens?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick out this 2M.
Exactly. You got counter hit 2M and all we got was a flame wall for it. So big chilling, but finally up against the wall. The immediate Brave counter. The difference in the defensive options is so apparent.
Yeah, Totoro recognizes that he needs to be way more offensive if he's going to be able to stop Riazo.
I'm noticing JP tier lists over NA.
Like he was before.
To me, it oftentimes feels like JP tier lists are much more, at least in Street Fighter and Granblue from what I've seen, they're much more focused on, like they really take individual players into account, you know what I mean?
Ultimate Thunder Flash, that's a hard knockdown.
Yeah.
Did he also place high on any prior big tournaments before? Yeah, he won a Platinum events to get in here.
Thunder Flash gets the punish on this one. It's gonna be
Riazo has consistently been pretty fucking good at this game.
Not the greatest starter. I mean, we have the basketball bombos to bring you to the corner, but I don't think it's gonna be enough with combo limit.
Yeah, combo limit, but you're still gonna get the plus frames off the flip out in the air.
Usually NA cares about reliability while JP cares with the maximum. Interesting.
But we see the tiniest hint of a smirk from Totoro.
He was matching.
All right, let me stop this momentum right here.
Yeah, even try to get as optimized as humanly possible. That EX is gonna stop.
I forget which Platinum events Riazo won, though. It was one of the earlier ones.
Riazo was expecting.
Yeah.
They were probably.
Was it Battle Coliseum?
Exactly.
Was it Battle Coliseum? Might have been.
No, I was ready for this.
+2,
Out.
but yeah, goes immediately for the EX.
Yeah, there we go.
Or the ultimate.
Yep, clean knockdown off of that UDP, and now
Rialzo 2-0'd the best Seahawks player in Japan. He kind of cooking. He also sent Gamera to losers. Don't sleep on this Rialzo guy. I mean, he's also right now on track to beat Toro. Right? JP definitely prefers stability. I'm hearing opposite opinions. Again, in my opinion, I feel like JP prefers one good player who's doing really well on it usually. I like nothing of the big offline scene, TBH. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Taking a chunk out of that HP as we go. So tied up in the set now, obviously playing a little bit more aggressive on the defense, right? You know, that first game where
that too, they're very player-based, yeah.
Yes, we weren't getting opened up off the down back, but
which again is like, there to an extent is reasonable because like, how do you know how good some character is if you don't see them play to their best?
You finally opened up Totoro, you had SBA almost every single time.
Yeah.
You know, top 3 in Strive tier list, right? Because of Daruina being a god.
Style of play for this.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of the difference, right? It was able to force Rialzo into defensive state, and you know, 6 may have Thunder Flash, but it's still kind of hard to defend.
What the fuck is Thunder Flash? Is that his Rekka?
Yeah, exactly.
His Rekka's 6-claw execution, right? Oh, Thunder Flash is just parry, right? Yeah. I don't know Seahawks' move names that well because you just like never see this guy.
Delays the name of the game to try to get a
The walk back far H right there, trying to be tricky with it, didn't quite work out. God, I hate this Seahawks guy so much. He's a little guy, man.
On his toes, the 2H puts you back into the corner.
He's just a little guy. What did he do to you?
But the spot dodge.
Nice punish on the spot dodge.
Yeah, no, I mean, and this is why most of the jumps are getting unanswered, is because you do not want the...
He finally 2H. No conversion, though.
Yep.
Rialzo was not... The fear of God was not put in him, I fear.
How can we stop the bleeding? Ultimate firewall, but really nothing found. You're in the same position you were, just with a little bit less meter.
See, that gives Vega vibes. He jumps off the walls and shit. And he's got claws and shit. That's true, actually. I feel like NA is all that different. We look at tier lists, you generally can look at characters in the top tier and think at least one player is doing really well. True, but I think, like, you know, well, I mean, I feel like, for example, I feel like most people don't put, like, Charlotta or, you know, like, in their top tier or something like that just because Zeron's crazy, you know what I mean? Whereas I feel like if there's like a Japanese Charlotta player who was like cooking people in Japan as hard as Zeron does in NA, right? I feel like Charlotta would be like a nearly top tier character on those people's lists.
Still enough HP to stay alive.
He's playing up the crowd, babe. Bro's getting the Lodiva buff IRL.
But hopefully not too early because there is still a lot more to
like, yes, usually, you know, it's hard to find characters in top tier that are not represented by like at least one good player. It's more so it's the opposite that I'm thinking of, right? Where like a character is only really doing well in one person's hands, but you know, they're still placed as top tier.
Exactly.
Sooner die than fight a good Sieg as an able player.
Firewall to be seen.
Firewall, incredible move, but it does have startup. What? That conversion was OD, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I missed.
Got
the DP reaction on that.
Only brings us back out to the mid screen here, vying for dominance. The
matchup
is clean.
Yeah, a very good reaction to recognize that confirmed.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll see you next round.
Yeah. Good game, man.
I'm looking away. That's Gore of my comfort character.
Oof. That's Gore of my comfort character. Yeah. There's the fear of God. Yeah, the 2H before, not quite as counter hit 2H into my entire fucking thing. Charlotte's generally high tier unless they aren't yours. Interesting.
The 5 Ls are starting to stop people in their tracks as much as humanly possible.
Yep. With the EX bong, far L on whiff. My footsies
was even halfway through that combo. Oh yeah, I mean, he was dead by a lot. He was dead by a lot. Enable's inconsistent, but inconsistency would be so funny if someone pulled it out for a single match. I mean, you know, for in like a first to one. Able, you know, he's got it in him.
We do find the counter hit far L up against the
he's dead, right?
Not the healthiest of characters in
what's funny is that won't stop Rialzo from jumping. I mean, him being dead certainly will, though. Okay, Toro in the lead now.
From being on the back burner to
seeing EX bonk just feels so satisfying.
2-1 now.
Verdrangen.
Rialzo though still looking like okay, yep. But I still got this though. Yeah.
Smile on the face.
Who's the current lowest tier character of this game? There's not an obvious bottom one, I think. There's like 9 characters in like a lower tier, but there's not an obvious bottom one, I don't think.
Yeah. It's like, you know, man, I'm trying everything I humanly can.
Like, all right,
I can't stop this guy.
I've got a couple of characters to master working on UL at the moment. Nier? I don't think Nier is like clear bottom one. I disagree.
But, all right, game number 4 here, and again, that far L.
Apparently I'm the king of Nier downplay, according to Inochi. But like even me, I don't think Nier is like obvious bottom one or anything like that.
Barely seeing Thunder Flash work.
Exactly.
Deathless Nier, fair enough. Vikala? I don't think so either.
Sniped out by these ultimate empty hands.
He's got those long dancers like
Again, I'm like in the sense that I don't think anyone is like obvious bottom one. It doesn't exist.
Oh, the ultimate firewall is a clean confirm against the wall. I think he might be. It's gonna be close if he's not dead, but it's gonna be very close. Okay, he's dead.
Would it not be near specifically because she doesn't get to be a character for most of the match? True, but the character she does get to be is pretty scary still, right? Like, the character Nier gets to be is scarier than the character that anyone else in that discussion ever gets to be, right? It's just that sometimes she just gets it taken away from her. Seeing Ramblefall, Elf Out, and Super Mario in the crowd is super funny. Yeah. Just need to know who I'd end up playing if I pick this game up. Don't worry about, like, the game is like, even like, you know, these character people are mentioning, like, you know, like Nier or Vikala or whoever, are still, like, this game is pretty balanced, right? They're, like, until you get really fucking good at it, don't worry too much about the tier list. In fact, I'd say a lot of characters who are like in that lower end, they're actually better when you first start. I still think it's Vayne, no question. If you had to put a gun to my head and tell you who bottom one would be, I probably would also say Vayne, but I'm not so sure that it's no question. Right?
No, you left so much damage on the table. I think he didn't have to.
If you put a gun to my head right now and said, you know, LeBron's Vayne he did to my head, honestly, I don't. Oh god, just you know. Just get to it, big guy. But, you know, like, if you put a gun to my head and you force me to pick something, I probably would also say that. He was, like, top 3 in SS+. Yeah. Why Vayne? It's just that against most characters that aren't, like, bad, his, like, universal mechanic is completely useless, right? Also, Toro. Looking kinda... The real bottom one is whatever you're playing right now, and the top one is whatever you lose to. Thank you, I agree. I'm such a bad guesser. Big get SSBA animation, yeah. It's such a big difference with SSBA too. Like, you lose so much that you lose like in the realm of like 2,000 damage, but also they keep 2 brave points comparison to if you got the full cinematic. Right? Random Singham, who I'd even argue is better, and I can't think of one.
Almost always getting second place.
Then I don't know. I don't think Vayne is like, you know, bottom one in his own tier or anything like that. And I still, you know, like the shield is bad, but like he still is like somewhat functional without it, honestly, and it can still do some things. And like U shield's a real move, and he does like pretty good damage even in the mid screen, right? He's got like some okay, like some solid normals.
Player of the day brought to you by PlayStation. That's right. Vote for your
Shields can be situationally useful in like most matchups even. The Seek pick with his confirms is so nice, yeah.
Maybe it's Totoro right.
Buddy spitting, it's true. That's true.
Else throughout this. And that's not just here for Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Yeah. That's also Under Night.
Toro playing Angry is such a change of pace.
The strongest player, your
Fantasy needs a plus on block special to become solid IMO. Maybe. That is a big difference. It's a big boon for sure.
Thank you to PlayStation for doing that. But we do have
first time I see him lean in a match. I did not catch that actually.
Been looking forward to because we are going to be having Monarch versus Gamera.
Ooh, baby.
NA versus Japan match down here in the loser side. The last
Rialzo no longer the Japanese Slayer, which again is kind of a weird nickname. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm shaking after game 3. All right. He's so locked in. I mean, he's one away. He's one best of 5 away potentially, right? One best of 5 away from just winning Arc World Tour. Oh, look at 50-50 is crazy, but yeah. Toro.
Honestly, I feel like Versusia probably pretty strong in this type of matchup, right? Yeah. Because like
50-50.
Like an anti-zoning zoner, if you will, right? Like I've used.
They would need to make M Wild Beat plus or less negative. M Wild Beat you can't make plus because it beats spot dodge and like, you know, that's a little much probably. Maybe EX.
And so she's also got a great run speed once that startup is active.
Thank you for the payout, Toro.
She can definitely make you squirm when you think
it's a hard one to bet on.
Defensive advantage.
Exactly. You're at that mid to
yeah, like slow startup plus on block move that you can't spot dodge is a little silly.
Put out a butterfly. I'm fine to throw out a 5H, and all of a sudden you're getting sniped out by.
Does Gamera play B at this top 8? I'm not sure. More so, for me, it's more so his gameplay is just non-functioning. Put down shield to do big spot dodgeable move or approach past shield where he doesn't want to be.
Someone who's been so confident on the zoning so far.
And then on the other side,
I mean, I think that's maybe a little reductive. Because he also, it's like put down shield, and then if you try to 6XL through it, he can like you know, he can poke you for doing so.
And that's after damage.
I don't know if it's non-functional. I think it's kind of a low power gameplay.
On the damage, and now this is her in her toned down state.
Okay,
she's well, it out a little bit.
In the button check, it looks like Beatrix.
H and M shield are so bad. Yeah. I mean, U shields, that's a scary boy. Who will win, Monarch or Gamera? This is Gamera. Gamera.
So maybe it could just be the other way around depending on how this matchup goes.
Didn't notice Gamera has a single glove on Gamera. Yeah, we always press a glove, but that's trademark.
Nerds.
Yo, Curb Flurb 350. Great name, very funny name, fun name to say. I like your face, guy. You want a cookie? Someone get this guy a cookie.
It's a unique action. Yeah,
But thank you for the follow, also.
So I mean, it used to be
The existential crisis in the eyes of Monarch. The guilt of killing rookies as children must have caught up to.
And that character was running amok and doing the same thing as her.
I'm voting on the notebook. I mean, Beatrix, in theory, right? You go Beatrix versus Matera. Who do you think was gonna win? But I mean, it's at this point again. Matchups are more important than tier placement, right? Tier placement is the least important thing. Matchups are the second least important thing. But obviously, you know, the players are always by far the most important thing. So you look at Beatrix Matera, you go, oh, Matera's gonna die. But you look at, you know, Monarch Matera, it's like, well, I mean, there's a world. There's a world.
My king prevails, but can he prevail against Gamera? Again, down here in the loser's side, fighting it out against the Beatrix.
Boobs.
And one of the strongest players with one of the strongest characters that he can bring to the table, Gamera. I mean,
He almost pulled it off yesterday.
That's one of the things is the game is constantly evolving.
Monarch Matera versus Gamera B.
Gamera may be one of the most winning in terms of our history.
He does it for a B versus Matera. I mean, again, on paper, this matchup should be fucking horrendous for Matera, no?
Exactly. Our winning son.
I feel like she probably fights Versuja all right, actually. Like it makes perfect sense to me, but we shall see.
And then we're going to see a very similar start to what it is. You have to have, with skill, right? With skill, he had to start pensively so he could make it around the zoning first, and that he didn't get put in a terrible situation.
Exactly. Ooh, the low arrow catching out the riding free. We saw a lot of 5L early on, right, to try and safely preempt that, but especially up against the corner.
I'm stuck. Let me out.
To check with that 6XL.
Right, if we gonna let him ride in for free. I mean, Matera does have anti-roll options. Every zoner does, right? But it is certainly still, it's a scary option. It's something that Monarch does is basically have to structure his entire fucking zoning game plan around it, right?
Heavily prioritizing, taking away that BP to make sure that,
At least Beatrix took the safest, the worst matchup in the game for her. Yeah, she can't even punish the riding freeze, right?
Now up against the corner, I mean, you might actually be one hit away from dying.
Yeah, it is actually genuinely quite scary.
I think he's dead in one hit here, actually. Yeah. Maybe not off like raw riding free because that would launch him right away, but.
Exactly. Lethal is on the table, especially with 100 for Gamera. He's like, please don't riding free.
Oh, he's dead. Wait, is he?
Okay, well that's with Delta Clock. This is actually
no,
a better starter for. Oh, I was gonna say for Monarch that was a better starter because it was.
No, he's not. He might not have been anyway. I'm honestly not sure how much he could have extended that, but definitely not like that. Matera's Farl is a good ass button. That's true. That's true.
Monarch able to breathe a deep sigh of relief.
Oh my.
Oh
no.
He
He wasn't dead? You're probably right. That's it. Off some starters, maybe that launched a little too fast. He's not sleepy enough. Yeah, someone go get him some herbal tea, some chamomile. Booty, so true. Gamera is just like me dropping these combos. So true.
It was so late, Gamera wasn't ready to pick it up.
He was like, huh? So I didn't think that would hit either. The preemptive check with a 5.
First, the character where it zooms in on the rear. It's fighting game. It's mandatory. In Terra Farl low? Yes. Yes, right? Yeah. Was a heavy starter, maybe? I think you're slightly underestimating 15,000 health and SSBA and clock, right? I don't think it needed a heavy starter. I think it just needed an auto combo. It needed to like not launch right away. Matera is Farl is in fact plus on block. Yeah, it's a damn good one.
An accidental raging strike was trying to BC.
Interesting. Oh.
That actually forced Gamera to use the resources.
Oh, the butterfly didn't trigger, and the low arrow was on cooldown. Dude, Gamera looked like he was surprised by. You see that shit? Gamera was like, huh? When that riding free hit, looked like Gamera lost the round. He was like, the look on his face. He was just like, what? He's like, I won that. He knew he bet it all. Yeah.
Everything you do is clean because no matter who you're going up against in this top 4 is
classic jump scare 2-2H, indeed. Jump scared himself? Yeah, bro. He didn't even know he was gonna do that. The souls of Beatrix passed, bro. They got him. He was taken over.
The ultimate fireball in preparation for Monarch's fireball, but not finding the right.
Oh, Thunderbird. Yeah. You can go high or you can go low. He rode free. That's true.
Able to find the perfect spot dodge timing through the great fall.
Yeah, very fortuitous for Monarch that Matera's ultimate butterfly does not go away even when hit.
Exactly.
Who won that? I didn't get to see it in full. That round right there, that was Gamera. But now it looks like this game might be Monarch. It's looking a little tough. It's a hard comeback to make with that little health. And it would have had to be a 2-touch regardless. Was Gamera's ancestors they took over? Yeah.
see from this player.
All right, 1-0.
Exactly.
Monarch.
Still fighting their hearts out so early on into the set. Review the notes, see what's good. What
notebook? What is in that notebook, man? What is he looking at? What is? How does this tell you how to beat Gamera, man? Wait, he found something. Yo, he found something in the notebook. Did someone else write this? Like, is shit being written in front of him? How did he find something he didn't know? What did he see? He just looked at it. He went, oh, bro, what's in that shit? He went, oh, colon D, yeah. What is he looking at, man? What did he find in there? Camera zoom in on the notebook? Notebook has the fucking secrets to the universe? For real. Even in the LCQ, seeing lots of Bs lose, bottom 1B. That's true. That's a death note. He saw it like typing Gamera's name. He's like, oh, yes, yes.
Exactly.
A book populates itself. It's like the witch's books from ReZero. Yeah, man.
Trying to make his way through Monarch's level of zoning.
There we go. The dash.
You know, he needs the knowledge it provides.
Gamera's side, but the walk back 5H a little bit too far for that wall bounce.
Yeah, no, Gamera hasn't yet assessed.
Why are you dying? You should just be using Riding Free. Riding Free gives you iframes, which stop you taking damage. It also does a lot of damage. Stop dying and just use Riding Free. So true. Has Gamera considered using Riding Free?
Okay. There's a threat tech right
Yeah, I know he's like he's new to this whole Beatrix thing. But like, oh, good conversion.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a lot of damage, man.
Fireball this time, and not only did it catch up the spot dodge, it was enough for a full confirm to the corner.
Ooh, goes for the U-ender. I guess it's a safe jump, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh no! Oh my toes! Out. Dead. The notebook is just H riding free and neutral, H riding free and neutral, H riding free and neutral, and he was like, ah, shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Notebook told him to throw this round. It's all part of the notebook's plan. The notebook told him he has to lose this Arc World Tour to win the next 7 in a row, guaranteed.
Thunderbird, no check, just content to hold the plus veins. Monarch's like, it's fine. I'll lose a little bit of space.
Kind of rooting for Gamera because I just like the look of the mushroom on a stick. Girl, Beatrix is nice. I like her.
Yep, a great
Got a lovable personality.
Well, finally getting caught by one. Oh, yes!
Cheetah's corner carry was too much, so give it to Beatrix instead. They nerfed her corner carry a little bit, too.
Yeah, just waiting for the spacing on that 2U, but Gamera one step ahead, like you said. Now, block string in the throw.
The notebook talking to him like the Green Goblin.
That next hit has SBA behind it.
Yeah, and there it is again.
The double shimmy. Monarch doesn't bite.
And not trying to deal with those shimmies. Gets out with the 6XL.
Oh!
Counter it!
He's
He's
fine, right? Yeah, like that. Could he have done a U butterfly, any sort of bullshit like that, or is that Matera needs a different? Is that 668 she needs for that? I'm actually curious. The Matera 2U. Ah, there it is. That's again. I said that. Yeah, I said that on Friday. I'll say it again today, man. That is one of the best things about Beatrix. Being a character who's like that well-rounded, pretty fast, good normals, everything like that, and just having that like a real, honest-to-God 50-50 for game when you're that low on health, you know. Characters of her power level just don't get that usually. Command grab privilege for real. Guess for game, Bucko. Hyper grappler or something. Which was too much as well, so I have to give it to Catalina instead. Please look forward to Versuja, who will definitely not have corner carry. Arc system works. That's true. That's true. I think Monarch could have set up U butterfly there, but he didn't expect the close H. That makes sense. So I was like, when I saw that counter hit close H for a sec, I've heard tell of Matera's counter hit close H combos. I was like, is Gamera dead? But yeah, he didn't get the U butterfly off. And gives her clock? Yeah. If it didn't give her clock, it'd be a very good move already, right?
There we go. The butterflies.
Oh, you butterfly setup. Oh, I hate that.
I mean, it's still out even after the throw.
The Chipu.
Way too many plus frames for Monarch, and way too much advantage for this corner position.
Yeah, that's safe as well.
Caught rolled. He tried to roll right there. All right, all right.
Yeah, tried to Thunderbird their way out, but the ultimate arrow too far. Not able to make it happen.
All right, waited out. A little delay on the low arrow, but Gamera.
Or got shot with a bow, it's true. But a 2-2M? Oh, I thought the start of her roll. I see, I see.
Overhead, you know, you were talking
I thought that was roll.
double-digit negative overhead, but sometimes you have to represent it on the opponent. Ooh, wow, that's high.
I gotta know what's in that notebook. I just can't wait no more.
Actually, V-first we've seen all set, right?
Yeah, exactly. A clean knockdown, but speaking of ultimates...
Get away from your butterfly. You wench! Oh my god. Not dead. Wait.
It's not quite the kill just yet.
Yeah, not dead. Okay, I was gonna say. Not dead, right? Right? Guessing for game. 50-50. Oh, he's just gonna go for chip instead. Why not? Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Right? Like, why go for the 50-50 when you get almost the guaranteed checkmate? Get shot with a bow. Nerd? Even? Brick, probably. That's right. Not dead yet. Yeah, no need to go for the command grab 50 right there. Yeah, he had near checkmate off like, you know, a meaty U fireball like that. I don't think that was much he could have done there. Yeah. So clever by, I mean, Gamera definitely making the right decision, not going for the command grab mix there.
No ultimate Thunderbird Ender in here.
Need to do more M Thunderbird as a throw bait. Yeah. It doesn't have a hitbox on the way up, but it makes you airborne, obviously.
Yeah.
Monarch is definitely somebody who's just willing to try to reaction tech. Nice! The far L to be able to stop the riding free. Not going to get the full conversion.
No big conversion.
At the very least, you stop Gamero's offense.
Yeah, was ready for the detonation at least to keep the combo going a little bit longer. Now we have another 50.
Looking a little rough, man. I don't want to be in here with Matera, man. Oh, I wasted my Brave Point, man. Oh, this fucking sucks, man. Butterfly out again. Butterfly gone. Butterfly out again. Butterfly here. Oh my god. I mean, this is still, you can die. Gamera can kill him in a single touch here very easily. Even a jump scare riding free, anything. I mean, oh my god. Guess for game.
Another throw right there. Tilted clock still
Yep.
finally the command throw to finish it off. Gamera ended the last game with that and ended this game with it as well. Monarch has to respect.
Headbutt again.
Group stages, we would always
Guess for game, right?
Never three. No one ever goes for the third, but the delay run-up command throw. We saw it that last game. We'll see it again.
All right. Gamera's heating up hard. Yeah, he's looking, he's falling asleep. That's how you know.
I've tried to shimmy him for 3 games straight.
Tosses just some funny doodles. Grabs, grabs, grabs. 2 regular throws into command grab is devious shit. That's not okay. You can't do that.
Hold on now.
Yo, Monarch is copying. The notebook said copy his techniques, man. He's falling asleep. I want a Gamera Toro grand final so bad. NA in the dirt, man. And this was SF6. Got him in the throw loops.
So whatever Monarch looked at in that notebook, he's gonna have to come out now. No more.
Gamera looking devious there.
Yeah, cheating on the test a little bit. Looking at your opponent's notes. Let's see if it's gonna be enough to prevail.
Yep, Fireball's going to get spot dodged, but that's going to allow Gamera to still be able to 6-6L their way in. And yeah, here's the throws, right? You mentioned it. Why don't I just actually do it?
Rotating it a little.
Now he has so much conditioning and like mental stack on those throws from the past 2 games. Using it like that, it's mean, but next patch, if Beatrix command grabs a low health, she just dies. Double KO.
He said, bro, you want to throw so bad? He's like, no, I'm good. I still got more HP to fight with, and I still have more meter to run up for Ultimate Butterfly. It still keeps tracking.
He's still there. Okay.
Throw finally tagged. Ultimate Butterfly finally gone as well.
No meter on the side of Monarch here, so
unfortunate waste of meter. My parents when they spent 50 meter to burst me.
No strikes to be seen.
Beatrix, stop making me root for Matera. Look at him crouching like that. You gotta watch your toes, man. Jump scare 2-2H could come at any time and instantly kill you. But you need to fight back.
There we go. 1 round closer to tying things back up. We want to
got to see everyone is representing the best color palette, the red and the black. Actually, that's the best color palettes in this game at all times, is that red-black on every character.
Able to catch the extended hurt box of the fireball.
Yeah, I thought that caught the riding free, and then I looked at the cooldowns. Wait, the extension not working out here, but still Gamera.
Red jump scare hop M? My bad, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, you know, was probably trying to meet you right there.
Yeah.
And then
I was unaware of your game.
But there's the 5H. Good
ass button.
for Gamera.
Yeah.
Just good damage. Super, I mean, probably, I mean, good starter on the next hit kills. Certainly, like auto combo starter. Oh! Slapped with the close L. Fireball. All these far L's. All of those far L's, man. It's all like, it's like 90% whiffs, like 10% actual moves. Fairy callback. Oh, save me. Save me.
You're chained in this corner. 2 more BP and 1 more 6-6.
He can't get out, man.
He
can't get out. Jesus Christ. Gamera get out of there? How? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Preemptive anti-2-2H far L's? Yeah. Far L, far L, far L. The zoners, both the zoners are the same character, man. Fairy, Matera, they just be going far L, 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 far L. Are you having fun yet? No escape.
Yeah, this is a lot on the line. You get quite the pay jump in the prizes too if you're going to be going.
It's funny because Ladiva can get out of that. True. Ladiva 2U is good for a lot of different looping situations like that. It really keeps you honest.
We know that Monarch
now, if you block it, you kill her. But
so he's like, I gotta get in immediately before that becomes a factor. Try to take away as many brave points as possible and make it harder for you to defend.
Delay close L, sure.
Off of the Zephyr, just stagger off these close L's, just waiting for the butterfly to make its approach.
Not 2U, far H. Oh, because of the leg pull.
then I can get it through it.
Yeah.
Wait, why far H? Is it because it shifts the hurt box?
From Monarch just shows it every so often to keep it on Gamera's brain, but
I would have tried to 2U there and died.
Yeah, throws getting tech. Gamera is no longer getting just body bagged by these throws anymore. And
Monarch kind of feels like some rounds he will always tech, others he will never tech.
There we go, runs down the ultimate butterfly timer with a combo.
Oh,
finally bites on the throwback. Gamera has been showing it this entire set and finally comes up clean. EX Fireball into Raging Strike. Gamera on set. Point.
Yeah, just like you said, had been trying to condition Monarch this entire time. Seemed literally impossible.
He was not doing that last game.
Now it does show that Monarch can crack. Defense is not completely there.
Can the
Help, he's been shimmied.
Monarch finally fall? Can tower defense find a gap? Finally, the spot dodge, the EX Thunderbird makes Gamera's way in.
Yeah, the unstoppable object has moved all the way to the corner versus the immovable one, but can they find another shimmy? Because it seems like
oh god, the Grand Blue handshake. Not like this.
You see all these instant blocks, right?
Yeah.
Ultimate skills are going to be on deck left and right.
Exactly. The meter economy matters so much. Get all the meter.
This is something I will say. That's something I've not really commented on. These motherfuckers are just blocking everything. I feel like, right?
As Gamera vies for the BC.
Yep, it's going to be able to get a throw on this one right now. Just sets up the easy way in.
Oh!
Got the hit right now. Gamera has every resource in the world and should be able to take it with the Sky
Dead.
Dart.
Dead.
And that'll be it. Gamera has taken out Monarch. It's such a close set.
Beatrix stays alive. Monarch brought it down to the wire.
These are two players with maybe the best defense. I mean, Thoro's up there too, certainly, but yeah.
And I'm going to keep true to my word.
Yep.
My god.
Still my liege.
Monarch is still my liege.
One more time.
Gamera is the hero?
Such a
Honestly, I mean, part of me, listen, Monarch, I got nothing against the notebook. I'm just like, part of me just didn't want Monarch to win that because I just know the community was going to be fucking annoying about it. You know that? Yeah, I'm traumatized, man. It's still part of the notebook's plan. I told you guys this. It told him he had to lose in this Arc World Tour so that he could win the next 7 in a row. You guys not listen to me when I said that? Command throw is getting deleted from the game someday. I swear to God, I have horrible news for you. The greater evil has won. My god. Yeah, Gamera was actually the underdog here, huh? Crazy. Someone take my wallet away from me. It's okay. You can only be wrong twice more. There's only 2 more sets. Losers finals, grand finals. There's still gonna be annoying she made it to top 8, but imagine if she won, Razzle. Right? You're right. But imagine if she won. I'm not trying to listen to that, honestly.
But regardless, we gotta get set up for that. So we're gonna take a quick break. Please do not go anywhere because this only gets crazier from here.
Quick break. All right. So yeah, 2 more sets. We got losers finals, grand finals. If she won, yeah, I'm not trying to hear that. Like, gonna be honest with you. Okay, no more talking about how big Galleon is. We gotta go.
Every match is getting closer and closer, and honestly, I couldn't have asked for anything.
2 more sets.
With my man's J2.
Absolutely. I'm glad to bring you guys our final 2 sets.
Gallion's won its own continent. Yeah.
Let's check out how we got here.
That's right. Matches abound right now. There was a lot of 3-0s.
He's just a kaiju big bro. Galleon is the matriarch. There's a chance we get a trailer. I would not expect it personally. I mean, I would expect Galleon's about close to 2 months out from release. There's a chance, only because it's such a big event. But like timeline-wise, I would not expect it.
Is Gamera going to be able to finish the job?
Moving continent is a pretty good description of a dragon that is the embodiment of Earth. Yeah.
And that's where we started this JP slaying train was Riazo.
When this looks like a really big dragon, Galleon could have a civilization living on her Xenoblade style.
What they went through last time because it was.
If there was a civilization of people that lived on Galleon's head, and a civilization that lived on, like, you know, or something like that, they might never realize the other one exists. Right? There's a good chance they would never realize the other civilization existed. How do you feel about getting the 6 dragons being playable? I wasn't expecting it. I'm not a big like Grand Blue lore head. I've never played the gacha or anything like that, but I like dragons and they seem cool.
Grand Blue Fantasy versus classic.
JP versus JP.
No, of Gamera versus Tororo.
Galleon is the size of a small moon. There are many moons smaller than Earth's. Yeah, no, for sure. It's like the 5th the size of our moon.
In this universe that are just impossible to deny.
Exactly.
Right? Death, taxes, Gamera versus Tororo. It happens.
The question is, do they bounce? Oh, for sure.
Try as we may, let's see if
got powered up Voss just now on the gacha. You know, this game is gonna make me play the gacha eventually. Like I'm gonna try the Grand Blue gacha probably at some point. Let's notice Mario in the crowd. Did I not notice him before? Yeah, man. He's been chilling. You got Ramleth all over there too. We had Abba in the LCQ.
Now has a chance to do it once more.
All right. Oh, Gamba.
The buttons are all good, and we're heading back.
Riazo and Gamera, man. I don't know. You tell me.
I kind of swapped back and forth between the Versusia, went to the Beatrix.
This is a run back, right? I mean, Riazo's the one who sent him down here in the first place, so.
You know, maybe knows what we want to do for the matchup, but
free pulls every day. Oh, free.
Yes.
All right, Riazo. Now you need to save us. At least for the story of the gameplay is you like it or you don't. If I don't like the gameplay, I probably won't like the gacha, I'll tell you that. But maybe I will. Maybe I will. If you do, keep your wallet safe. Yeah, I'm not really, I don't spend any money on gachas and stuff like that. Reject Galleon's huge chest, embrace Willis's huge chest instead. That's fair. I was like, genuinely, I was like, is this a button check? What the fuck is happening? Why was he just neutral jumped like 8 times in a row? But no, they're playing the video game. It's the anniversary right now. You know, maybe I'll try it this time next year. Riazo's fucking around now? I got no idea. Big moves are big moves, don't discriminate. True. Wellness, Galleon. All great. Big chest, nah. Big dragons, yeah. Well, Galleon's both. So, unfortunately, she is best girl. I don't know how to tell you. Willis's chest is my Roman Empire. So true.
And as we say, it spend the 50 for it just to try and find some space.
Rambo's 11 years old now, yeah, man. 2L into 5L. Don't you just, don't you love it?
So many chippy situations in the previous set, and now he's starting to take those.
Brick for 12th anniversary, let's go.
Maybe a UDP, but instead all you're eating
He's
is
done
100 meters damage worth of a combo here from Gamera.
If you played the gacha, you're going to be frustrated by the sheer amount of characters you'd want to be added to Relink and Horizon. These button checks look like genuine matches in A rank. People are really trying. Don't be mean to. Well, you know.
What is it, 14K?
Thank you.
It's definitely not on the higher end of the
Sure.
cast. Still, this grounded confirm gives us so much room to work with our combo limit. Gamera about to build the 50 for a refund. No, instead it's 5U.
At least getting the charge in case of that lariat, right? You want to be able to get that.
So as FGL is only 1 year older than Granblue, and Granblue is only 1 year older than Dokkan. There's like a chain of births of gacha games. That there's, you know, there's a big trend there. I was in A rank pretty recently. That's how I know. 2L 5L, man. Most of my number one, but it's close. Neza and Bowman are pretty close to being my faves. Interesting.
Bust out from Gamera, spent that BP, no extra damage taken, still 2 diamonds in the bank, and Riazo 1 hit away. You have to escape this corner somehow.
Fire Emblem Heroes is only 2 years younger than Dokkan. Yeah, there was definitely like a, back there, we went through a lot of phases in gaming, you know. Everyone was making like a MOBA for a while, you know. Everyone was making a card game for a little bit. You know, at some point, there was a point where like everyone was just making a gacha game. It was about 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Next game. He's like, no.
Puzzle and Dragon Play were last. I remember that game. A lot of friends in high school who were addicted to that shit. Galleon's my number 2, but I doubt we'll ever get my number 1, so I'll have to make do. Interesting. Everyone making open world? Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in that period right now. I mean, we might just be exiting that period, maybe. But we've been in that period for like 5 years, something like that. I guess the battle. There was a point where like everyone was making battle royales, I think. And now we're kind of back to the open worlds. He also might be burnt out. That person earlier talked about adrenaline burnout. Maybe they were right. He popped off too hard too soon. Speaking of gacha, I highly recommend solo leveling Arise. I've been purely free to play. It's been fun as hell. Patiently waiting for the open world craze to go away. We shall see.
Yeah, because I love that you bring that up because in the winner set, backdashes were getting bodied by Riazo from Gamera.
He's another can of Red Bull. Get this man more Red Bull immediately. The everyone's making fighting games era is coming soon. Trust. I would love to live in that time. We shall see. Fighting games. The current offerings have to be a little better first to make that really go crazy. But we shall see.
Unfortunately, Gamera ready for it, and look at Gamera's face locked in.
Dude has never been more locked in.
I mean, we had the SSBA, we were in chip damage range. You wanted to bet it all before any jump.
Please, a Fate fighting game. I'm betting Gamera looks pissed. Yeah, I mean, we also did send him to losers, right? And like, it wasn't super close. He won 3-1. He almost 3-0'd him. Gamera kind of he won back some of those rounds, you know. We need 2x go to succeed, and then all of our anime will become fighting games. I know, the problem is the anime, they keep making arena fighters, man. Need a Fire Emblem fighting game that plays like Soul Calibur? Ooh, that would be cool. Because it kind of matches the combat, like the angle you would get in the combat in the games too, right? And the fighting game already came, right? We got Grand Blue DNF Duel and then a League fighting game. The Grand, like, you know, the fighting game era will come when like things that just shouldn't be fighting games become fighting games, right? Like you can maybe argue that League, but like I think League fits pretty well. When we get like, I don't know, man, when there's like a when Call of Duty makes a fighting game, that was the thing, right? Call of Duty made a battle royale. They made Warzone, and I was like, oh, this is okay. Everyone's fucking doing this shit, right? When there's like a fucking random Call of Duty ass fighting game, then we can talk. Halo fighting game.
Oh my god, but no punish from Gamera, still all the meter in the world.
Oh god, Fortnite's 2D fighting game mode? This is insane, man. How many fucking times is someone gonna almost die?
But the fireball, 2 critical drops there from Riazo has kept it from taking that round.
The horror, the heartbreak, the 2-0 lead for Gamera right now off of a couple lethal situations which did not come to fruition. We have one more
Bro, what
game
is
to
happening?
stay alive and keep NA's hopes afloat.
What the fuck is happening, man? We did have a My Little Pony fighting game? True.
It's not going to have enough height, so they're going to fall out. That's when I knew that this has a potential to be.
Bleach made a 2D fighting game for the DS, so it was pretty good. The system limitations dragged it down. Yeah. Think about things that shouldn't be fighting games, but become so. Pokken comes to mind. True. I mean, you say that. I mean, Pokemon is adjacent. Well, it's adjacent, right? The whole franchise is based around 1v1 combat, right?
After that, even if you make the reverse sweep, you got to beat the guy who beat you in winners finals.
Exactly.
It's going to be a hard-fought battle. Here we go.
Yep.
Give me the Monster Hunter fighting game.
An uphill battle, but we gotta take it one round at a time and one close L match at a time. When it works, it's Abare. When it's EX Pillar, it's the opportunity for fire.
Halo, the real combat of all.
So much space.
All right, I mean, Rialto's got a lot of work here if he wants to make this comeback, right? He's got to reverse 3-0 his ass.
Frame traps.
Yeah.
Pokemon was goated, don't disrespect it. I mean, they're saying like more so that they wouldn't expect a Pokemon fighting game, right?
Okay. Go for the tournament combo.
Is that guy mogging so hard? Why does my keyboard spell Gamera like this? It makes sense, but I never expected it and I loved it. Yeah. Hololive fighting game, Hunter x Hunter coming out. Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, the Hololive fighting game is it's like a fan project, basically, right? Same thing like this. You can kind of same thing with like them fighting herds and shit like that. When like people make like you know, low effort fighting game cash grabs, right? Just because it's the thing that people are doing, you know, that's what we, you know, think of like open world games. How many shit open world games released just because like making an open world game right now is what we're supposed to do, right? How many shit battle royales exist? How many shit MOBAs exist? We need more of those. Things that are made with no passion for the genre just to cash in on an opportunity. That's how you know the fighting games have made it.
Fight the way out, though. Again, this is just one of those morale things. It feels like you can't get rid of Rialto.
I love them fighting herds. As far as I know, it's a fun game. You need a gotcha fighting game? Yeah. You need a fighting game with no soul, no heart. It's a copy paste with loot boxes or something like that.
One round away from making it to grand finals.
Stone Cold's killer phase. He wants to make this happen.
Rialto locked out. You saw that? Gamera did not blink. Rialto blinked. That's looking a little scary. Do you mean MK1? All right. Quiet in the back. We're having a bad time. Leave him alone, okay? You don't kick a horse when he's down. We need a fighting slop button maxing game. Exactly.
Another backdash right there. Normally we've been talking about how these backdashes have been getting bodied.
Oh, okay. Sure.
This time though, the Eureka.
That's here mid K1. Leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. They're having a tough go of it. You sure want a Ubisoft fighting game? I don't want it, but again, when Ubisoft is making like poorly made cash out fighting games, that's how you know the genre has gotten really big, right?
This West Coast corner is cursed.
Ow.
So many opportunities
Ow.
to take lead and take momentum into your
Not looking so good, man. I hate being one touched.
Falters by using as many
yeah. Oh, is he dead?
Gets to confirm. Should be in, and that's gonna do it.
Damn, that's a lot of damage. God damn, what a confirm! That's such a good confirm. Fuck. My God. All right. Yeah. Damn, Rialto was looking so good. But, you know, unironically, I think that person earlier that said he has to calm down or he might burn out, they might have been right.
right. Our third placer right there. Good lord, he went from not even
2-1-4 is a solid ender. I was basically unscaled, right? Too. It was just a second hit. Yeah, I was right. That was you. Yeah, you might have been right. You might have been right. I'm not sure if that was true or if it's just, you know, this is a fucking tough-ass bracket and you can just lose, but...
Like you said, Ebonic, history repeats itself once again.
He felt himself too much, feel like he exhausted himself? Maybe. I think Raz was kind of autopiloting there. Gamera looks so sleepy now, and that's why he won, man.
That happens throughout all of
That's why he won.
Fantasy versus. It is going to be Totoro
Japan coming back as the undefeated FG region. I mean, yeah, it's Japan Grands right here, man.
Very good odds that this person is incredibly smart and attractive.
Leaf Spider, man. Thanks for the prime. Much appreciated. Who won Uni? Because the Uni top 8 happened, right? Did Japan win that too? Toro versus Gamera, indeed. Did I miss the finals? You came just in time. Grands is happening right now. Gamera needs to lock outs to lock in. Yeah, the sleepier Gamera looks, the more likely he is to beat your ass.
Thank you to PlayStation for bringing that to us, and we are going to be brought what is going to be one excellent grand finals and one we've seen.
Gamera's like an alternate universe of the Saiyan race.
The years we've seen in vanilla.
It's a sleep harder to power up. Should have won against Gamera when he was locked in. It's Joe now he's asleep. I told you.
It's Gamera versus Totoro.
Time and time again, this grand finals is eternal. Let's see it. Percival versus Beatrix. Of course, the Lord of Flames versus the Mistress of
The youngins are all out.
Going to die if you eat that counter hit riding free in so many ways to try and make your way in you know, ways that might be
Psy Games Cup run back.
Yeah,
This wasn't the Grands for Psy Games Cup though, right? They just like played and it was Gamera and Osaka, yeah?
It works on both of these.
They really don't look 30. I mean, that's what it's like being Asian, man. You turn like 21, you look 21 until you're like 55. When you hit 55, you look 97. It's like a fucking crash, you know?
Headed up to the stage.
Gamera's like that one squad captain from Black Clover that kills you with dreams, indeed.
The Lord of Flames once again coming in from the winner's side. One set away, one first.
Mr. Fish and Gamera at Psy Games Cup Finals, yeah.
That trophy and take
Gamba,
indeed. Memorize the moment. Everyone put your hands.
Yo, he's got the Seahawks claws.
Every time Totoro's done this, even at Evo, even
I'll get the Gamba going up in a second here.
So
Yeah. Let's do it right now. In fact, I don't want to be covering up the WWE entrances, man. I'm not okay. We're not gonna do it. Will there be a reset? Okay, it's gonna be who will win. Okay, who do you think's gonna win? You think Gamera's gonna win? You think Toro's gonna win? It's that easy. It's that easy. If you think Toro, bet Toro. If you think Gamera, he's got to reset the bracket, but it could happen. Then just bet Gamera. It's easy, man. There's nothing wrong with it.
Another win after Gamera fighting for that
Gamera.
title.
Oh, yes, also fighting to be able to get to bed on time.
Mario in the background for Grand Blue, for real. You got Ramlethal back there too? Is that Cloud? I can't really see. If someone's got big blonde hair. No, I don't think that's Cloud. I think it's someone else.
When that start screen happens,
Mario fights the winner in Thug Finals.
It is all gas.
I got Sin, maybe. Are you gonna watch Strive? No, unfortunately I do have to go as soon as this is over, basically. Ooh, I can't eat in like a minute though. That's kind of punk.
They're sitting down. You see the smiles on their face.
What is Mario doing here? Leave him alone. Mario revealed his next crossover character. Holy fuck. No Sophon. Season 3 headliner. It's a me, Mario. Dang, no Strive stream, I fear. For Gamera, this was Tuesday. Don't talk about it in past tense. He hasn't won yet.
Yeah, so before we almost never
Mario here to fix the plumbing. Remember the rule. JP made the game, so JP win regardless of choice. I see.
And now
Boomer Grants.
change, right? Maybe
Bro, he's 31 and 33, man. Why is it Boomer Grants? It's not Boomer Grants. These are young men.
Doesn't look great, no.
But, you know,
These men are pretty close to their physical prime. Certainly.
Whatever the case may be, button checks.
You can't say that kind of shit.
People have locked in the actual character they're playing the set with during the button check.
These fucking these 16-year-olds, man. They're killing me out here.
Right now in that button check.
Okay. And I mean, Versusia is one of
These are ancient relics. These are Grands, yeah, indeed. These are ancient relics, man. It's okay, yo. I'm 29. I'm almost there too. I'm turning 26 in like a couple weeks here, man. I gotta believe that 30 is still young.
Tricky to try and take space against.
Well, I mean, you know, since Totoro is known as such a hyper-defensive player in so many situations, right? A lot of the time, he's just willing to block it out. But that's a lot of chip damage on your side. Yeah. So can you continuously?
I just turned 26. Happy birthday, man. Gamera looks so tired, and that's again the worst performance we've seen so far from Gamera today was when he looked really awake and locked in, right? Well, not locked in, but really awake.
Yeah, let's see if the chip is going to be a big factor. Of course,
Gamera plays better the sleepier he is. It's the rule.
We have Ultimate Flame Carpet, which To be honest, we may have seen triple-digit times from Totoro throughout these 3 days. Maybe an exaggeration, but not
If
that
30 is
far.
Boomerang already dead, it's not. These 17-year-olds, they still have context.
Exactly,
because we've seen him get it as a run-up counter hit numerous times.
Yep.
Gamero's looking evil against Rialzo, true. But he was still like walking into the dream dimension to kill him, you know?
Match timing and just getting so much off of that full confirm, but the
Secret tech is to kill the opponent during button checks to ruin their controller scheme. That's the Zane tech, man. He's running like full Avatar Belial combos on your ass in the button check. You don't get to do anything. Gamera rises to the occasion, but not in the morning.
Much
Yeah.
louder than that crowd because this is gonna be a good one.
All right, baby.
There it is.
Grand finals.
That's the energy I want to hear for our final set.
Listen, man, I don't know exactly what tweet people are talking about with Aaron, but if he was crashing the fuck out, that is totally understandable. Like, the most reasonable crash out.
The Lord of Flames trying to stake his title up in winners.
Yes, he can be the Lord of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising after this if he's able to take it. Remember, we are in a double elimination bracket system, and Totoro is coming from the
Gamera's in that half-asleep Zen state, all unnecessary brain activity turned off. Yep. He's out here, he's just like, he's permanent flow state. Toro, my goat. I mean, he's the favorite right now, just by virtue of just being in winner's side grands, regardless of who you think is better.
Yeah, not only with the interrupt on the flame carpet, but is able to get their stock and a fireball in there. Snuck. Gamera went from just being defensive now, having a little offense, but gone away already.
The flame carpet, my health.
Only to get dashed out and checked with a 2L from Gamera. Maybe a little bit too much patience on Totoro's side.
Yeah, it was honestly greed right there because they decided to go for Trauma Rise stacks and just ended up allowing for Gamera to run forward. Well, I'm going to get a stack
So much damage.
There we go.
Owie.
Ultimate Pillar, we got the refund, we got 5U, we got plus frames on bound.
2L throw!
Too shallow. Yeah, that dash acceleration is so tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest parts about playing Versusio when you're up close to the opponent is you think you're going to run up throw, and it's like, well, you didn't hold run up for long enough.
Exactly. You were 0.1 seconds a little bit too early for your own good. The antsiness on your own offense might seal Gamera's fate in round number 1. You're 1 throw away. Same could be said of Totoro.
A lot of chip. Oh, good brave counter. What the hell? That was so good. Using the invuln there. Dude, spot dodges the pillar. H pillar on the board, but it doesn't matter. What? 2H? Did he try to get the pillar? Oh my god. Mana got 4th, yeah. So if Gamera wins, the takeaways I have to actually go into wall brawl with only 3 hours of sleep. That's right. I mean, maybe not, you know. Only Gamera can be powered up by a lack of sleep, I fear. But you can certainly try. Maybe you're like him. Maybe you're built like him. You never know until you try.
Of that chip damage in there with the ultimate cut. Wow. Frame trap.
Yep. Even with
My
the
god.
We're still able to confirm off the double close out.
Oh, drop?
Even with
Sometimes also play best when I'm asleep. I don't know. Me and Gamera are the same, for real, for real. These are rare drops. I mean, this is the time, man. Unfortunately, again, we talked about this earlier. It's like it's unfair, right? This is both like the most reasonable and understandable time to drop like basic combos, and also it's the time that you can afford to drop those combos the least. It's kind of fucked up how competition be, I fear.
Round a piece here in game number 1. Not going to go quietly into the night. We send it with the
Gamera being awake moment. True, he dropped the combo. He must have woke up for a sec there.
Yeah, and just staying away right there. You know,
Ow.
we're trying to find the best parts of 6XL if you're Totoro, right? Because you don't want to get into that zoning situation if you are him.
5H. Just autopiloted into
the Owie? Oh no. Okay. He can't kill though. Can he? No.
Yeah, it's going to be a skybound art. Your BP is going to be gone. You're going to be in a check situation due to this life deficit being insanity.
Yep.
And a Trauma stack off the Lord Strike. Finish it off.
Good poking. I understand why you dropped that combo, but do not drop that combo. Exactly. It's just not having a far L is a blessing in disguise. More so not having a close L, but yeah. Like, yeah, like it's a blessing that's right in your face at this point, honestly. Maybe it was in disguise about a year ago. But.
If that's what we've got for 1, maybe 2 first to 3s, we're in for a barn burner of a set. Totoro taking a second to recompose. Look at the notes once more.
Yeah,
Toro got sent a screenshot of Monarch's notebook. He's locked in. He's got this.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, here it is, game number 2 right there. Already a whiff punish, and yeah, it has always been touted that move is very whiff punishable for still 5H, but honestly, it's so big that normally you never just whiff it anyway.
That's the y'all whip this move, y'all.
Ow.
But we're not whipping Flame Carpet in the corner, just standing on business,
Oh my
standing
God.
on the heated floors. And
My
taking
health.
even more damage.
My health.
Allows 3 in a
Another
row.
Flame Carpet. Ha 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 ha. Oh
All
my
that
God.
damage was just drain life and
It's
throw.
looking
There
kinda
was
Tororo,
not
man. I don't
one
know.
singular
I don't know.
actual hit there.
All men do is Flame Carpet and lie, man.
Yeah,
Round
yeah,
off
eat
the board
hot
here for
chip,
Totoro.
Flame
Eat hot chip, Flame Carpet, and lie. Yeah. God damn.
Alright, is it another 5H? No, scared of the whip punish that we saw earlier, but even
So what Set Play does to him, man? Toro looking unflappable today. Good word, good word.
Nothing to ponder except for this corner.
Gamera is trying to flap him right now, and he cannot flap him. As of yet. Ooh.
yeah, still got a few stocks in tow.
Alright, hold on.
Could show a DP, but again,
Versuja turns these around very fast.
down back on the 6XL.
Oh,
Somebody
good
sniped him.
interrupt, man. The 2Ms and the far Ms have just been immaculate.
Into the mid screen.
Immaculate.
Walk it out, just the dash.
Gamera getting cooked literally and figuratively. I don't understand. What is... I guess that's catching the latex, right? It must be. 9 frames. It's like a close H, basically.
Hit off the far medium right there.
He's just catching the latex with it, right? Again, the same way you might catch like a close H or something.
Stuck out.
Yep. Just
You turn 30, you get hit hard, all the random medical problems just pop up. I mean, both of these motherfuckers are 30. Looks like they're chilling. Is Fire Twink looking kind of tough? Percy's not a twink. Come on, he's way too big to be a twink.
That trophy is like legitimately very heavy.
Oh, really?
236U is why I have Percy top 10. If there, I mean, if there's any reason for it, it's definitely that. Yeah.
Take home for sure.
Yeah, that one you might have to ship.
Gamera hit a power nap? Yeah. You know, he needs to just someone like hit this man in the back of the skull, get him knocked out. He'll lock in. He'll lock out.
Tournament game for Totoro.
9 frames that causes slowdown, probably able to beat even later matches, I suppose. A twunk? Yeah, maybe. I'm not an expert on the terms, but yeah, it's like a somewhere between a twink and a hunk. He might be a hunk. He's kind of muscular probably under that armor, I bet.
Okay, fights back here with the close L.
Out. Big but face beautiful twunk. Oh, is that the definition? Gotcha. I'm no expert.
That's what I'm saying. Still able to reach, but still able to be a bar aid by Totoro. Back over to the mid screen here.
Dude, is Torrent gonna like speed run this Grands? There's no shot, right? Just 3-0, go home, 50k in the pocket? It's that easy? His breath still comes out, but suffers the blue slowdown. I see, yes, that's what Face Roll's talking about, letting it beat even later matches. Gotcha. Because he's not, right? Flame Carpet, though. That's Lord of Flames, maintaining the agenda is my top priority, so true. Only lose 1 game, all top 8? There's no way he 3-0s this, right? There's no way, right? There's no...
We used to call that the
What?
sentence before this game came out because in beta it did.
After all of this, he's just gonna 3-0 Gamera and go home?
Win a tournament right here. Far Age Horizon is doing it.
Huh? You Fire Carpet's a hell of a drug, it's true. Toro whiff punishing, Toro neutral is also a hell of a drug. Oh, dude, Far L beat the Far H. Come on.
Yes, that's real good for Gamera.
Did Gamera win 0 rounds so far? I think he got 1. I think he might have gotten 1, man. We're going home early today, it seems. I mean, it's good for me. I got plans at 8:30. I guess I'm rooting for Toro, but like, I didn't think so. I think even if I mean, he's the favorite to win, being a winner's side, but like, I didn't think it was gonna be 3-0. Gamera? You gonna lock out? You gotta lock out. Okay, he's locking out a little bit. He's locking out. Take your melatonin. Oh no, DP into DP.
DP for DP. Now we're sending it with the orbs.
Okay. Brave point. I mean, it's a good round for Gamera. Gamera probably, I would say he probably wins this round. I think he wins this round, but that back throw changes things a lot. He's right outside of the Flame Carpet, not getting cooked. It's not burning. Okay, hard knockdown Brave counter. Oh. Okay, sure. Finds his way out. Oh, doesn't get the hit confirm. Oh my god. Okay. This is one tap for both of them so easily. Oh, misses it! And the Raging Strike, no punish! He missed the confirm. Oh my god, they both... It's such a scramble, man. The most patient, slowest scramble you've ever seen, but it's a scramble! Gamera's still alive. Gamera's still alive. Alright. He missed the fucking kill confirm off the counter hit. Oh my lord. Could you imagine? Can you imagine if Gamera comes back and wins this whole fucking thing now? Toro misses that one confirm and it was for all the marbles?
but didn't get it from
Need to make use of Samsara -6? That sounds reasonable, yeah. If anything can make a comeback to a round like that, Gamera holding on for his fucking life, but it's still set point, still tournament point, still Arc World Tour point Toro here. So, he's not out of the woods yet. Far, far, far from it, but that was a very clutch round, certainly. 50-meter back on deck. Yeah. Oh, so much damage that you can't afford to take right now. Another confirm. He's not dead. Is Percy command grab gonna win Arc World Tour? There's no shot, right? He hasn't represented it yet. It's an unreactable command grab. There's no way. Oh my god, he's dead. 2L Raging Strike. Loop it again. 3-0. What the fuck?
2024! From bridesmaid to belle of the ball. Congratulations, Tororo, with a sweep in grand finals. Not a single game drop. The joy on his face.
Barely a round dropped, man.
Sealing it out strong.
I can't believe it. It's finally happened. And with such a strong showing
He took
from the
Evo personally?
of the top 8 throughout the group stages, it felt like nobody was on Tororo's level, and he proved it.
3-0 in like a lot of his sets. 3-1, I think, in the one of them.
Gamera fighting hard.
Gamera gives him a little pat on the back right there. Dude,
just coming up short against one of the strongest players.
As far as character playing, it's probably the best timeline. Yeah, I think Personal is like pretty universally recognized to be like a strong character. Yeah, he's not like not crazy. No one hates this guy, I don't think. That's true. This probably is the best outcome for the community to not be fucking assholes about everything, right? Gamera farting hard, excuse me.
But trust me, it'll be a
nothing but respect for Toro. Yeah, man. Dude,
Dude,
Ibushigen, by the way.
Bask in the moment.
Yeah, the emotion would overtake me.
Kakaru won Capcom Cup. Toro wins the Grand Blue Arc World Tour. This org is fucking who? I mean, they got anyone for Strive?
Rising to the occasion and rising to the top.
You know, people just talk about Perseus Flame Carpet. True. My lord.
What a great match that was that Totoro played too, right? Was able to stop any sort of.
Wishkin eating real good right now? Yeah, man. Holy shit.
Right? I mean, there was a couple of mishaps.
Was Toro the Vikala guy? No. He's been playing Siegfried Percival basically the whole time for Rising, I think. My agenda push about to go insane. Percival about to get nerfed? He better not. He's okay. I mean, he's fine. He doesn't need. I don't think this character is one of the problem characters. I think he's good. I don't think he's a problem. I've always been a Percy up player since Vanilla. Wait, wasn't he really good in Vanilla? Oh man.
Going in with that one, and wasn't even.
What do you even say about that, man? 3-0, right? Like.
I mean, that's how you
I think everyone expected it to be a little bit closer than that. You've seen us being at the start of Vanilla, I see. You Flame Carpet now disappears in 1.5 seconds.
He just gets the
bad at the end. Gap? I mean, it's all Gap, man. If you're winning Arc World Tour, it was all Gap.
Everybody out
there, Bro absorbed all that energy from the Fukushima reactor. So true.
I want to thank you for being here in the stands.
I think Percy's fine at this stage. He's a solid, strong character.
That was an incredible tournament.
Was so sick to see.
He says easy, drop the mic and walk out. It's a pretty gap-filled run. I mean, Toro, well, he dropped one game, all of top 8 or something like that, right? I think it was really... Dude, Gamera got maybe 1 or 2 rounds in that Grands. He was just... You know? Sometimes you see, like, the guy in Winner's Side Grands, he's been sitting there for a bit, he's a little bit cold. The guy coming in from Losers Finals, you know, he played this super close set, he's, like, locked in. Like, sometimes it takes a couple games, you know, or maybe, like, they get reset and then they win or something like that. Toro did not... He was not cold. He was not cold, man.
Yeah. Came in with 3 North American reps, 3 Japanese
Toro cannot lose. Not today, he couldn't. Not today, he couldn't. I don't know what the fuck he was on today, but yeah, he was looking real strong from the jump, right? And it just never faltered. I did not expect Toro to cook Gamera decisively too close between them. I mean, yeah, but not today.
Definitely go back and check the VODs.
Of course, he was not cold. He plays Lord of Flames. Is my streamer stupid? No, that's so true. No, it's actually so true.
Was insane. The group stages were a bloodbath, and the
my
top
gods
8 did not disappoint. I hope you guys enjoyed the Grand Blue.
I had a great time. This was so fun to watch, man.
2024.
Sad, but we are getting ready for this award ceremony, and I think
let's watch this again. Gamba. Oh yeah, let me pay that out. I wouldn't expect a trailer or anything like that, right? But we're about to see. We're about to see.
The supposedly heavy trophy, right?
I know. And of course, there is.
We're about to see.
On the way for
trailer, maybe.
Well, so even
I doubt we get. Yeah, I wouldn't say. I'll stick around for a second. I wouldn't think so, but maybe I'll stick around until after the award ceremony. There's gonna be a trailer again. If there is, it's just because this is fucking Arc World Tour, right? But like, Timeline-wise, I don't think it makes a lot of sense, but it's Arc World Tour, so.
As soon as I get home, and also there's more characters on the way as well, so I'm sure a lot of longtime fans and newcomers.
The Lord of Grills, forever
excited for
rotisserie.
what's in the future.
Awesome chalk everything off to the character being broken. Toro only won because Percival's so broken. Yeah, I mean, look at how many times he used you, Flame Carpet, literally carried, you know,
completely free.
broken ass character.
Characters. A lot of the time it used to be dictated by the tournament results.
I want
But
1,000
now,
points in the beginning of
DLC
stream.
characters are even allowed in the rotation.
Yeah, exactly. You want to try Versusia.
His personal character's pretty broken. It couldn't have been Toro being cracked out of his mind. Is stupidly good at the game. No, definitely not. Definitely not. He's carried. He's carried. When do we get exclamation mark Percival?
Yes, well,
Forever rotisserie.
I mean,
Never
there's another
chicken.
thing that you guys can also try. You can go to the Psy store right here to get some of these great acrylic stands.
Dude's playing Percy for 5 years, been carried for all 5 of them, obviously. Yeah.
We've had them on the front, you know, but just here's.
Bro's leg muscles have literally atrophied from how long he's been carried.
Make sure to stop on by for all of that cool side games merch. I know you guys are, wasn't even in frame the entire time. We had Versusia just off to the side.
She was there for a bit. I saw her. Don't worry, Datsu. She was there. I saw. She was there for most of it.
But, you know.
You guys can read the story.
Of course, Toro's one. I've been saying Percy's downplayed for a while. Yeah, bro. Since release, bro, I've been saying Percy's not that. I've been telling everyone this character's broken, man. He's got a big sword and he's on fire. He's so big. It's true. Look at little Zoe too.
Arc World Tour Finals has begun.
All right, get him out there.
It's going to be on the stage to take us through our championship ceremony.
Give him those medals. They earned it.
Skyfarers, did you not enjoy that?
That was really fun. I had a great time.
I think they
Like this whole thing, the LCQ, the group stages was all very, very fun to watch.
The side games. CEO
Joe deserves to plug his YouTube channel during Arc World Tour. He had some really cool interviews. I was a big fan.
Fukuhara said, give it up for them.
Fukuhara? Wait, why are you here? Oh, probably to hand out the tournament, the trophy, right?
Let's start bringing up some players.
I'm gonna head out, but have fun. Have fun, have fun. Overall, great watch. Yeah, yeah. I'll be heading out soon here too, in like 10 minutes or something. But hello, Citizen. Fukuhara is here. That's a little. Maybe there is a Galleon trailer. I don't know. Fukuhara is here. That dash L shirt is still peak. It's great. Not even as good as Ken's crouching medium kick, I guess, but like still pretty good.
Despite his name,
One might say that was some one-sided dominance.
But his name is Rookies.
I like Rookies being the oldest guy in here and being called Rookies is also pretty funny. Heard Fukuhara was cooking people on casual sets? No way. Is Fukuhara cracked? For real? Was the 6XL shirt? Look at it. Dash light attack, you see? Gran on their shirt right there. Dash light attack. You gotta make it out under the hoodie.
Coming in at 5th, the fastest man in the business, Zippy!
You need like SF2 Akuma type characters to be able to blame a 3-0 on a major and a character in Grands. Unfortunately though, you know, it's not my fault, man, that Toro's so carried. It's, you know, what do I do? What do I do? Percival's been broken since day dot, man. Top 0 character, the whole game's lifespan. I've been saying this all day, and I'm definitely not just saying this to make a, you know, a clickbait YouTube thumbnail. Playing Existence? True. I wish you could have seen Zippy Sandy live. Was he cooking? He was, man. He like never went into the elements, but it was all, you know, all fundies. Skill, my goat. Love to see Sora's cooking.
I'm gonna get a little biased for this one. It's mid-best zone, Monarch.
Monarch. Killing the children. Sending people back to wage slavery. The U butterflies. Absolutely nuts. Zippy was out here playing Street Fighter 1. Decily, is that you? So true.
Shaking up the bracket.
What's Crunchyroll's fraudulent ass doing in the sponsor section? Monarch is, hey, what's going on, Fuse? Rialzo, 3rd place, right on, right on. Playing a zoner in Rising His Courage for real. Rialzo, I love the energy Rialzo brought, man. Just tuned in after a good long day. You missed it a little bit, but you know.
It's Gamera.
Rialzo had, like, I love the energy he brought to it. Even maybe it burnt him out, but I saw the Toro aura pose in the thumbnail. Don't worry, I know the outcome. Okay, okay. Rialzo was hype. I really enjoyed. Yeah, he's just like after every game, after every match, popping off. That was a damn good top 8. I'm with you. I'm with you. The group stages were very interesting as well. Like, I loved watching it. The LCQ was honestly kind of gas. Gamera looks so defeated. No, that's just how he looks. I don't think he looks defeated. He did great.
Grand Blue World Finals.
All right, Tororo, come on out.
Tororo!
Yeah. He's such like a nice looking guy, you know? He's such an unassuming fellow. But he did beat that ass. Ain't no way it's an actual copy pasta? That's Gamera himself said that shit, lazy. That's Gamera, that's a quote from Gamera. Gamera just EP? Yeah. Look at him, such a cute looking boy, man. Such a good boy. Forever rotisserie, never chicken. Yep. $50,000. Let's go. We take those. I prefer Tororo? Me too, man. Tororo gives Vayne energy, not gonna lie. You saying that's why he plays Percival? The kids may eat again. Get the photo up. Perfect theme, got that Dragon Knight music, true. They dropped the check, it's void. Will the bank accept that giant check? Yeah. The bank has to have a novelty check processing center. Oh, can he lift it? Is it too heavy? Okay. He was like thinking about it for a sec. Toro gives me guy in the middle of the classroom vibe. That's an interesting thing to say. Rookies should give his children to Toro. Yeah, they'll no, it's too fucked up, man. Let's not say that. I was gonna say, yeah, you can support them, but it's all good. Honest bottom 5 Percival. Be so fun. It'd be such fun times at Bank Tower to watch someone walk in with a massive check for 50K. Yeah. It's gotta be like a highlight of your day, right? I mean, how many novelty, like huge novelty checks do they have? Honest top 1 Toro? Now we're talking. Oh, someone can pay for his children's education. Leave Rookies alone, man. He hasn't been on screen for like an hour. Leave him alone. People got way too savage when Monarch was playing him, man.
All right. First of all, I can't believe you picked that up. That's heavy. That's so heavy.
重くないですかこれ持ち上げられないですもん Yeah, I
don't know what he's saying, but I like the way he said it.
Sorry.
Rookie's being a dad is one of the best jokes I've seen in any stream ever. Thank you all. It was so mean. It was all good in good spirits though. I'm just jealous he's got a wife. Now we're talking. Wish I had a wife. Skill issue. Riz issue.
練習をすごいしたのか、それともすごい自信があったのか、強さの秘訣は何だったんでしょうか。はい。ですね、もうとにかくめちゃくちゃ練習してきました。このアークワールドツアーファイナルに向けて。
アークワールドツアーファイナル。I heard that one. I know that one.
練習付き合ってもらって、その結果がこの素晴らしい結果を得れたのじゃないかなと思います。
What is bro saying? Subarashi.
Yeah, I practiced a lot, so much, and I had a lot of friends and people, supporting me and practicing with me.
Dude, that was so deep.
The amount of practice that I put in, I think, led to this result.
Okay. Wait, he didn't say Arc World Tour Finals.
One more time.
The next big battle for Grand Blue is Evo Japan. Yeah, in May. Which I just realized, I think I'm going to that because I'm actually gonna be in Japan the time that it's happening. How they share one mic is kind of funny. Listen, we gotta save the budget for the Galleon jiggle physics, okay? We can't be buying 2 mics. What the fuck are you talking about, man? We're already giving away $100,000. No trailer though, right? That's it.
Now it's time to go. Oh wait.
You live streaming in Japan? Wait.
Announcements?
Announcements?
Huh? All right.
Oh?
Ogara-san, Okubo-san, take it away.
All right. Okay, I did not expect this. Is this like anything like super major? I did not expect this. I mean, it's Arc World Tour, sure, but it's so far out, right? What's it gonna be?
Okay, thank you. That was a great fight from all the players.
Indeed.
Personally, got a little bit tired. But,
it's exhausting to watch. Yeah, it's so stressful.
For this year's Arc World Tour final.
Galleon's gonna make an appearance.
Announced today, the fight continues.
The fight continues.
Arc World Tour 24-25, and the
maybe a Galleon release date or trailer date announcement.
Event will be Evo Japan.
Evo Japan.
So please check it out.
Speed ran Galleon
See
development.
you all next year again. Thank you.
Wait. Is the announcement that EVO Japan is happening?
はい、じゃあまずですね、3日間素晴らしい試合
Hold on, I'm a little
し
confused
て
now.
くださった選手の皆様と、
Thought we were refreshing this tournament with mother's
応援
milk.
してくださった皆
Yeah.
さん、
Really, that's not
あり
it.
がとうございます。
It'd be really
I
funny.
want to say thank you. Test. Okay. I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you to all the players who've shown amazing performance.
People said, "I told you so."
days, and for all the people who are coming to watch and to support all the contestants. So thank
No
you
way.
so much.
There's no way. There's gotta be something.
はい。で、まあこういう場を用意していたので、せっかくなんで、まあ新しい情報みたいなのをちょっとお届けしたかったんですけども、先月まあトレーラーで
They are smirking.
2のキャラクターを
Oh, character.
発表させてもらいました。
So we wanted to prepare some news for you guys today, but we did already show a trailer recently for one of the characters.
Oh.
はい。で次に登場するキャラクターがまあガレオンというキャラクターなんですけども、まあリリース時期が、現状春ってなってまして、ちょっと情報をお届けするにはちょっと早いタイミングなんですけど。
Yeah, it was too quick after the last one or something. 100% a bait, maybe.
姿が少しだけ確認できるトレーラーってのをご用意しましたんで。
I heard Galleon, yeah.
Okay, and we have one more character to reveal, which is Galleon. I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah.
But I just want to show you just a quick sneak peek.
Ooh, okay, so yeah. I'll say if we're gonna get anything, we get like the Sandalphon of him grabbing the wing. Okay, so we're getting something. We're getting something. Okay. A teaser. Her Galleons are Galleoning. Oh my. Oh my. How much is it? How sneak is the peak? Ah, okay. It literally is just like Sandalphon grabbing the, that's what I said at the beginning, right? If we're getting anything, we're getting Sandalphon like grabbing the feather,
So
right?
definitely a fan favorite
All
character
right.
coming up next on the Grand Prix
Hey,
season.
she's pretty hot. Thoughts? she's pretty fucking hot, no? That's kind of wild. That's insane. I have not in motion? In motion? She's looking kind of, this game looking pretty good in motion, man. I don't know, man. That's she kind of 30-minute sneak peek analysis now. Yeah. Many ooms are saying she's ungodly beautiful. People on my mentions telling me Galleon, they're on their knees, they're on their hands and knees crying for Galleon.
As usual, I want to thank everybody, not just in the stands, but at home for joining us.
My God.
These great games. Remember, there is a free version of.
Wait, what if she never gets off that pillar? Thoughts?
Check the game out because I know those matches were sick enough to make you.
There's like a 5% chance she can't get off that pillar.
Check it out. That's the end of
That'd be pretty funny.
Finals.
She's just actually immobile.
Coming up next is
Her theme is already peak, I can just tell.
We'll see you guys in a sec.
Oh man, okay, yeah. We got the second part reminds me of Dizzy. What's the lore behind that bird? Can I be that bird? Ark says, can I become the bird? I want to be the bird. Ark, I need to be the bird for no particular reason. I need to know if I can be the bird. But yeah, again, Galleon, expect if we don't get a trailer for her by then, EVO Japan is like a 100% chance, right? I would expect about 2 months from now, she's probably coming out, right? So, my God. All right, man. Hey. Oh God, I dropped my pizza. Arc World Tour, man. Arc World Tour, fucking amazing. Again, the LCQ was really fun. The group stage, I expected before EVO Japan sometime late April. Maybe. I expect about 3 months between every DLC character because there's only 5 of them instead of 6, right? But perhaps if there's like a sneak 6th one, then maybe. My pizza, yeah. I'm assuming May. Yeah. I mean, they have there's 4 more DLC characters to release after Sandalphon. We have to spend a year getting to 2026 with Ilsa, so 3-month gaps makes sense. If she comes out in April, it's gonna be like a 4-month gap to her and Wellness. So I probably would rather it be a little bit more spaced out. We heard her theme a bit, yeah. But yeah, LCQ super fun. The group stages were surprisingly like super interesting. I loved the format, right? And honestly, top 8 was gas, as you might expect. Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, I hope you guys, thanks for going by and hanging out. Hope you guys had a good time. We're gonna be playing some Able tomorrow, back to your regularly scheduled programming, all that, starting the Able Road to Master. I have some fun ideas for the future Road to Masters as well, like starting with Able that I think you guys are going to enjoy, but we'll see. We'll see if you guys actually, if you have a good time with it. I'll have to watch the rest with peeps. Yep. But thanks for coming by and hanging out. I will see you tomorrow at your regularly scheduled 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Have a wonderful day, fellas. Bye-bye.